What is up, guys? Welcome to the post-match Liverpool AC Milan. What a great day of football today, even though the result didn't go our way, but still a lot to talk about. Now, this is an opportunity for whoever wants to join the stream and talk to us, tell us what they feel about the games. In the meantime, I can answer some questions from Totti Brotta, Roy/Light. What are your predictions for the rest of group stage? Win, draw, lose versus Atletico, home, away, Porto. All right. So honestly, today I didn't want to see it today, but we did see it. We saw that those jitters, that nervousness, that inexperience, and then playing again in a hostile field. They have to get used to playing in these hostile fields. They have to get used to it. They have to get used to playing against these loud crowds that are going to shout. But it's okay. They are going to get used to it. They are going to get used to it. I mean, guys, Italy in the Euro 2021 beat England at Wimbledon. Okay, you are going to get used to these kind of crowds. So it is not impossible. It's just a matter of getting used to it. We have to remember that our team is composed of a lot of under 21s. A lot of people don't really put those two numbers together. They don't understand that under 21s and national team players is worlds apart. Our team is composed by future stars. We are the stars of tomorrow. So let's remember that. Having said that, today was a great experience for our players. It was a great experience for AC Milan. And this will be nothing else but a lesson. They know now what kind of football they have to play. They know what kind of intensity they have to meet. That's the key word that I just said there, intensity. The higher the opposition is, the level of opposition is, the more intense you need to be, the more intense you need to be able to sustain those pressures. I mean, guys, listen to me. Listen to me very closely to what I'm about to say. If AC Milan, this same team, played in the EPL every single week and played against Liverpool 3-4 times a year for in the different competitions, do you honestly think it would be the same kind of game? Do you honestly think that Liverpool would just dominate the game like that? No, they would not, because it's a matter of adapting. It's a matter of adapting to the environment. And I'm telling you, at the San Siro, it's not going to be the same kind of game. It's going to be a very different game. At that point, when we face Liverpool again, at that point, Milan would have already played Liverpool once, would have already played Atletico Madrid, Juventus playing them next game, Porto. At that point, that's enough for the players to have found a certain adaptability to the intensity of the Champions League, to the intensity of the pressure, because there's so much pressure on the teams. Today, the result was negative, but it was a very positive performance. It was a positive step forward for our teams. So we have to not be too negative about today. So having said that, let me answer your question. Honestly, we can win against all these teams. We can win against Atletico home and away. We can win against Porto away and home. And we can win against Liverpool at home. We can win all of these games. We have to play to win. We shouldn't be playing for draws or ties, because in this group stage, we got nothing to lose. So we should be playing to win. Milan can win these games. Milan has the talent to win these games. Now, I want to say something that tactically, this was also something that Pioli needs to look at with this 4-2-3-1, because that's midfield of five, Liverpool, Milan really struggled to go through it. Now, the question is, did they struggle to go through that line of five because Kessie and Benacer are not fit? Or is it because they were caught off guard from the press? So tactically, they were caught off guard. That's a question that we can't really answer today. But it is definitely an observation that we can make. And I think that right there was one of the key moments of this game. Um, that our inability to surpass that line of five. And I'm going to put it here on the tactical board again, and we can discuss it more. All right, let's read some more comments here. Milan should plan for life without Benacer and Kessie. Tonali is going to be better than Benacer and Renato Sanchez better than Kessie. Well, guys, I mean, Zion train. Let's also kind of step on the brakes a little bit. Kessie is nowhere near to be in match fit. Kessie is nowhere near to be in match fit, and Benacer is not match fit either. But Tonali is match fit. So we can say that Pioli maybe made a mistake in his analysis. He should have probably played Tonali. But listen, this game definitely helped Kessie and Benacer gain match fitness. Because, listen, Liverpool now is the past. We have a big game coming up against Juventus, and we need our players to be match fit. We definitely need our players to be match fit. So this game did nothing but help the match fitness of our team. Okay, let's read some more comments. Hold on. Then I'll bring up the tactical board a little bit later. Let's see. Also, another thing, besides the midfield three, no one is fit. Imagine if one of them is injured. Yeah. A 4-4-2 would have been beaten Liverpool. I hate 4-2-3-1. I wish Pioli would switch to 4-4-2. I don't know. Maybe. Calabria, the level of these matches is very high. The English rhythm is very high, and in the Italian league, it is not. There have been many emotions and many goals. We need these matches to raise our level. I think that says it all. This last sentence here says it all. We need these matches to raise our level. Guys, this thing about the EPL being more intense than the Serie A, it's always been like this. But why was it that Carlo Ancelotti's Milan did not suffer the intensity of the English teams when he faced them? Because those players were aware of it. They knew what they were facing. They knew what they're going to face. If you know what's coming at you, you know how to repel it back. But again, these players do not know what is coming at them. This is the first time that they taste this high intense game of Liverpool, etc. Tonali had a slight calf niggle according to Milan. Oh, okay, there you go. So maybe if Tonali was fully fit, he would have played. I'm glad our first game was away. No shame in losing at Anfield. We got valuable experience and we'll be better prepared for attack it for AM at Atletico Madrid at home. We're going to advance. I think so too. I'm quite positive. Guys, please like the video. I'm going to put in the link again here. Unfortunately, I cannot pin it. I don't know. Do the mods have the ability to pin stuff? If you're a mod and you have the ability to pin because I'm not at my home base computer. So if you have the ability to pin the comments, please pin it for me. Mods. Roy, if Milan make it out group stage, you're gonna. No. Listen, Totti Brotta. Let me say something. I said, and I will say it again. Milan will go all the way to the semi-final. Remember these words. Milan this season will finish the Champions League in the semi-final, and then we will see. We'll see what happens. All right, Majideen, very, very, very usually critical of Milan. Roy, do you think our game playing on the speed of Terrella and the skills of Diaz is never going to work against Liverpool? Playing style, and do you agree that Pioli lost the game more than the player? No, I think the speed thing is not a problem. I think the speed thing is just a matter of adapting. So there, I don't think speed is an issue. And I think Diaz can find the spaces, can find anything he needs to do. It's all a matter of adapting, guys. I've been in these, I've seen these kind of situations firsthand, and it's just football. You adapt to your opponents, and so forth, and going forward. And listen, let's not forget our players are so inexperienced. It's just a matter of depth. Now, about Pioli, yes, I do agree with you. Pioli lost the game more than the players, yes. And the reason why I say that is because the way he organized the possession, it did not work. It did not work. And we saw that, guys. We have a guest coming in soon. I'll bring in him in a second. And we saw that today. I'll bring out the tactical board. Let's see if it's still available. It was basically two midfielders against five. We really struggled to go through these five midfielders. The channels were very tight, and the players here that went into the channels, they were usually either covered very expertly by the defenders, and Liverpool made it very difficult for Milan to find clean passes through the channels. Now, that's something where I think Pioli lost the game there. And that's something maybe he did not expect. And that's maybe something that the whole team, AC Milan team, did not do their homework properly. Actually, I think that they did not do their homework properly there. But it's also a combination of the fact that Kessie and Benacer are not match fit. And if they were match fit, maybe they would have been able to dominate the possession. Like you see, a lot of mistakes. Benacer struggled. And then, you know what? Unfortunately, guys, the player with the most vertical passes today was Tomori. Most of those vertical passes were coming in from Tomori, finding, Leao or Brahim Diaz in this kind of space. And then we saw some decent vertical passes going from Brahim Diaz there. But that's it. If you want to beat Liverpool, you got to find what we call in Italian imbucate, through the channels, vertical passing. It wasn't there. Liverpool definitely. Remember how it's funny because what I said before the game started, I said what we have to do is pretty much cut Liverpool's vertical passing. If we can eliminate their vertical passing and just force them to play horizontal, we can get them. But that's exactly what Liverpool did to us. Liverpool just completely eliminated our vertical passing. So in that case, yes, Majidine Pioli lost the game tactically there. What did you think of Maldini's substitution? I thought it's good. I thought it's good for Maldini to get experience. I don't think it really mattered whether he would have gone in for Brahim Diaz or Rebic. I don't think it would have made a difference. At that point of the game, Liverpool had dominion over AC Milan. I don't think Milan had much to give at that point. I'm very happy that Maldini is starting to get a taste of the game, and I'm very happy that he's going to he's getting experience. Okay, Joel, we're going to get to Joel in a few minutes. It's all good experience. We didn't embarrass ourselves. Exactly. Tomorrow's was beast. He was composed. He played versus Liverpool in Super Cup final. There you go. And this is what both Ari and I were saying. It looks like Tomori has the experience of playing against these teams. Pioli, we had been able to turn it around, and the real regrets are the 2 goals we conceded in the second half. Along with Liverpool's quality, we also made mistakes. And then there's a second part coming here. Let's keep on reading some more. You guys come. Oh, here you go. Hopefully, in the future, we'll face teams with slightly less quality and we won't consider. That's a man. That's a what? Did he really say this? Okay, Pioli out. Pioli out. Get this guy out of here. Get him out. Get Pioli the fuck out of AC Milan. If he really said this, he needs to go. Hopefully, in the future, we face teams with less quality. Go screw yourself. What a piece of coward. What a coward. Guys, Pioli sucks. He sucks. We're just talking about how Pioli got his tactics wrong. Well, look at him. He's talking like a coward. If he said that, that's honestly coward talk to me. Liverpool scored 1 good goal. The other 2 were mistakes by us. We could have beaten them if we weren't so nervous and experienced. Possibly, yeah, I think so. But they definitely deserved the win. I mean, let's be honest. They definitely deserved the win. After today's game, I wouldn't really start Ibra at San Siro. I wonder why. How long do you think it will make Milan to get used to this high tempo? I don't think it takes that long. Honestly, it doesn't take that long. Usually it takes one game. My experience, guys, I've been coaching for 10 years. I know I've not been coaching at this level, but I've been coaching at pretty high levels, college, semi-pro, academy, PSG academy, Espanol academy. Usually when you face teams that are just better than you and they're stronger than you and they're faster than you, it takes one game. It usually just takes one game for you to absorb all the information, realize, and then step it up. I mean, at the level that I've coached, it usually takes one game. I don't know. I don't know at this level, maybe more, maybe I don't know, but I don't think it takes that long. Milan will improve as the season progresses. Yeah, 100%. Pioli thinks Liverpool is the best in the group. Maybe they're the best in the group, but he shouldn't be saying that. I hope we face teams with less quality. Like, that's a cowardly thing to say. What a coward! Mamma mia. Inter also lost. That makes it feel it too. You know what? I'm not happy that Inter lost, guys. I'm not. You guys know that I'm not one of these tribalistic kind of fans. I support Italian teams, even if it's Inter, if it's Juve, if it's any of these teams. I want Italian teams to always win. What would be your formation starting 11 at San Siro? Well, against Liverpool, you know what? I wouldn't change the way Milan is playing. You just have to see where the players are. A fit Kessie, a fit Benacer, and let's hope. I would put Ibra. If Ibra is available and can play, I would put Ibra. Guys, I'm going to bring in the guests in a few minutes, and then we're going to start open discussions. But if Ibra is available, I would have him. Basically, this formation, I would see who's fitter with Tonali or Kessie. Unfortunately, guys, our midfield, the season hasn't even started, and we only have one fit midfielder, and that's Tonali. Kessie is maybe today. This got his match fitness up. Benacer still looking for his match fitness. Bakayoko injured. Tonali injured. Our other midfielder just scored a goal, but for another team, Torino. The loss should keep the team grounded. Yes, absolutely. Pioli only wants Europa League. I mean, he's talking like a Europa League coach. What a stupid comment, man! What a stupid comment. I hope Maldini comes at him and just tells him to shut the F up about that. What a dumbass comment. This is why I really like Christopher Galtier and his 4-4-2 formation. Okay. All right, guys. Let's open up the lines. Let's get to our guests. And I'm still going to keep the chat involved. Okay, hold on. I'm going to read this one last thing, and then we'll open up the lines. Rebic managed to run at them a few times, but we didn't always make the right runs. We knew Liverpool make pace and intensity a big part of their game. We need more movement off the ball to shake off our markers. When you're pressed so much, you need to pass the ball quicker, and that's what we got wrong. Yeah, that is definitely what we got wrong. Messias, guys, we still have to see what Messias will do. All right, let's open up the lines. Let's get Joel here, guys. Joel, I think this is the first time Joel joins us, and we have Red John.
Yeah.
What's up, Joel? What's good?
I'm doing good. Kind of disappointed with the result, though.
Okay, yeah, tell us, you guys, the floor is yours.
I just felt like maybe Pioli should have played like 3 midfielders instead of 2.
Okay.
Because I feel like Liverpool won the game because of their midfield.
Yeah, definitely. It's that line of 5 that we were talking about earlier. It definitely caused a lot of problems. Now, the other thing is, though, Joel, I mean, if Tonali was not fit, as some of the people here in the chat are saying, maybe he didn't have a choice but to play with 2 midfielders.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything else?
I feel like the next game we should beat Atletico Madrid because they're gonna try to attack because they just drew, but when it comes to attacking, they're pretty shit. I gotta be honest.
I mean, I think Milan can do it. It's just really a matter of experience. It's a matter of courage, right? Today, Milan wasn't very courageous. They weren't very courageous, and it's because they're youngsters. It's normal. It's normal. This is life. This is life. The dichotomy between kids and men, children and men. In order to become a man, you have to live the experiences. Unfortunately, a lot of our players are still children in quotations, but these are the games that will make them men. And against Atletico Madrid, I'm expecting to see it much better already.
Yeah, this game should give them experience.
Yeah, 100%, and it will. It will. It definitely is. I mean, I'm sure they're not going to sleep tonight. Everybody's going to be super high on adrenaline, and they're going to go over every moment. This is the thing: when you play against these teams, you go through every single moment. The players go through they replay every single moment in their head, all the things that they got wrong, and then they're going to try and correct them. And this is how they learn. Yeah. Red John, what about you? What do you say?
I think the result saved us, meaning that we don't look as bad when you see it's only 3-2. Man, I think they are a different league from us too. Like, I've never seen a team keep us on our own half for 6 minutes. Like, not just keep us on our own half, destroy us left, right. Like, I think at some point our players didn't know where the fuck they were supposed to go. Then we somehow found a way to score 2 goals, and then I thought, okay, now I think everything that happened in the first 43 minutes, I think, it's out of fear. Now we scored 2 goals. Our players will get the courage necessary, and then in the second half we will play with more, I don't know, belief that we are on the same level. But then the second half started, and it was the same as the other 43 minutes. Man, they are just a different league right now. I think the fact that it only the result ended 3-2. It's a blessing in disguise for us. Like, that's about it.
But do you feel that the team is going to get better out of this, or do you think that it's a done deal? Like every team is going to just destroy us every time.
No, I don't think every team is going to destroy us, but every English team is going to. We are not used to the intensity, dude. Like, I think we are used to Serie A. Like, I watched Theo, for example, make his turn around, wait with the ball, dude. They eat you alive if you do that. Like, every time Theo used to do that, they destroyed him. We are just not used to the intensity, because in Serie A they give you a lot of space. They don't press you enough. In today's game, our players were shitting their pants because they didn't have the 30 seconds that they give you in Serie A. They didn't give it to you. There were five
No, no,
players
no. But do you think
alone.
they will get used to it? They will know what to expect next time, because I think they will. I
But
think they will.
no, but this is what I'm saying. You, I think it's a physical condition. We just didn't have enough to lungs and the fast thinking necessary to know where to pass the ball when someone is running to you like a bull. We just didn't have that. Like, that's something that has to be prepared for the future games. I think it's going to be different from Atletico, because Atletico is going to let you do the thing that you do in Serie A, because Atletico does not press high like Liverpool, and I think Porto is going to let you as well. So the two other matches are different kind of matches with other difficulties, which we'll find out in the next games. But
So
Liverpool,
are
but
you
Liverpool, Mhm.
expecting a similar game at San Siro?
Yes, yeah, they will beat us at San Siro as well. Yeah,
I don't think so. I really
yeah.
don't. I really don't.
No, I think we should get a win or a draw at least.
I can, if I look at my experience, and again, when I look at my experience, I understand that it's a different level, but I remember that sometimes I would face a team that was just superior to my teams, just superior, and they would beat us like 7-1, 7-2, and they would just run us around. But every time that would happen, then we would learn, we would see what we were doing, and we would see where we would improve, and then we started beating those teams. So from my personal experience, but again, it's a whole different level, and I'm aware of that. Like there is a lot of margin of growth, a lot of margin to learning. And again, these are young players. They have nothing but to learn. It's not. I don't think this is going to repeat itself. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're right, Red John. I personally don't think it's going to repeat itself.
Unless we somehow, until the other game, next game with Liverpool, find the intensity enough to handle them, which I doubt. I think they're going to win. I don't think the. I think our players also got scared, and also the stadium and everything, every factor. But it's a mix, man. It's a mix of quality. It's a mix of intensity. It's a mix of believing in yourself. Like
But
it's a
you're
mix.
missing you're missing
It's a bundle of
something.
things. I understand
Experience. You're missing the word experience.
and experience as well. Yeah,
That's it.
but
And we will get the
experience.
experience.
Yes,
We'll
but
get it.
we will get the experience for next year, maybe, or for the year after that. But you don't get experience after one game. No, this
No,
one game,
I
no,
think you do. I think you do. I
the,
think one
this
game is enough.
this one game, like the only thing that comes into my mind, it's in Italian, and it's ci hanno preso a pallonata. Like they destroyed us.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying, but I honestly think that this is all we only needed this one game to understand how to play them next and how to prepare for them next time. It doesn't you don't have to I mean, at least that's my experience and that's what I've seen. Let's see. Time will tell. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Time will tell. Uh, but other than that, I was actually kind of happy with what I saw today because I know where we are as a club. Like we cannot pretend or expect us to be at the same level of a team that just played two finals of the Champions League in the last 4 years. Like this is our first time in the Champions League in 7 years with players that they played this competition for the first time. If AC Milan played in the Premier League every week against Liverpool, this game would have been a completely different game. It's just a matter of adapting, experience, and I think we have the spirit. We showed that we have the spirit to win against this team. But in the whole, Liverpool obviously they showed more quality, physicality, intensity. They had the stadium on their side. Difficult game. What else? What else do you guys want to say?
I don't know, but we should just focus on the Juve game now and focus on the Scudetto somehow, some way, because I think right now, but also on the Champions League with the other teams, which are more similar to the teams we see on the Serie A. But I think right now our level is the Serie A, and maybe we can do something this year.
But it says we have. So Ollie says we have 3 months until we play Liverpool next. Really? That's a long time. Damn, I didn't know it was that long. Are you sure, Ollie? I don't think that's correct. Is that correct? We're playing against Liverpool in 3 months from now. Yeah. Listen. I think we can challenge for the Scudetto, and but I also think that we can. Listen, man. I'm 100% sure that we're going to make the semifinals. How are you going to convince me we're not?
I mean, we might face like a Bayern Munich if we get out of the group.
And that's another level, a
Yeah,
better
that's a
level.
completely different level.
Like I saw the game yesterday versus Barcelona, bro. they did to Barcelona what Liverpool did to us today. More, maybe even worse.
Wow. Wow.
Maybe even worse.
And Barcelona plays excellent football. I mean, Bayern is a great team, no doubt about it.
And yesterday they only used 50 meters of the field because they played on Barcelona's side both times.
Oh, that's
Both
crazy.
times.
So Mike also says we played Liverpool the last game December 7th. So yeah, it's a by then, guys. I'm sure Milan will be ready. Will be ready by then. Milan will be ready. Red John, you are going to be very happy that day.
I hope so, man. I hope so. I hope so, and I hope that concludes us into the top two. Because I don't want to go to the Europa League, man. Like I, I cannot say that I rather go fourth than Europa League because we are not Inter, get it? So I want us, if we somehow don't make top two, to at least go third. But I would really wish for us to somehow avoid the Europa League. It's better to go second, lose the other game, because the other game we're gonna lose even if we finish second, because then you're gonna have to to handle with this kind of level. But then
I
after that, we can focus on the Scudetto.
You know what? It's a hard call to make. Uh, I kind of don't want to go to the Europa League either, to be honest with you.
But I also don't want to finish fourth, man. Like it's my nightmare to finish fourth in this group. Like hell
The,
no.
my problem is that if we finish fourth, I feel like some of our players are just going to want to leave. I have that fear. Let's say.
This is PTSD from the shitty management. I swear.
Yeah. I think we have what it. No, actually, sorry. Let me repeat this. I know we have what it takes to either come second or first. I just know that today was first time we were. You know what? Today AC Milan was thrown in the deep end of the pool, right?
Yeah.
And
Lions cage.
in the lion's cage. And hey, you know what?
We scored two goals, man.
Like the
Somehow, some way.
Right. You score 2 goals. You learn. I am confident that the next time we face Liverpool, it's going to be a completely different game. I'm confident that we're going to dominate them.
And also I want to add this: after this game, I hope the players are not tired, because then the Juve game will look like a friendly. Like, I I like I expected them to be good, man. I just didn't expect them to be this good. Get what I'm saying? So I'm kind of disappointed, not just because of the result, because you can lose against Liverpool, get it? But because of the way we played. Like I'm just disappointed because of that.
Yeah,
That's the
I
reason. So
did.
I think if the players are not like gassed because due to this game, I think we'll go to Juventus, to Turin, and smash them.
Now listen. I watched the Juventus game yesterday, and I know they played against Malmo, and that's a pretty easy game.
Yeah.
The Juventus looked really good. They looked really good, and they did not look like they had to work too hard to get the result. And they have the extra day of rest.
Yeah.
Milan today chased the ball a lot. Milan today hustled and bustled.
I saw the stat. We also ran more than them somehow.
Yeah, the advantage definitely is in this case. Juventus definitely has an advantage when it comes to being right. But let's see. I mean, the are we playing on the San Siro or in Turin?
No, in Turin.
We're playing Turin. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, Milan. Hey, this Milan, we have the spirit to fight, and we'll give them a fight. We might even win. Prometheus says Red John can't contain his happiness.
Happiness in what sense? That we scored, or happiness that we lost?
No, I don't know. I think it's because you have your reputation here of being.
But no, man. Like,
Passive.
but again, because I could take the conversation back again to the transfers, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm a pessimistic person when we don't do what I hoped we would do, and we didn't do that, and that's an end of the story.
I am not happy with a lot of things. Mostly with Kessie, really, with how they manage Kessie. I'm not happy with that at all. Guys, so Ollie has more quotes for us. Leao, it was a dream I had since I was a kid to play this competition. My teammates and I tried until then to play this game against a great team and in a great stadium. We made 2 mistakes, and we'll try not to make those mistakes again.
Oh, and also, Roy, if I can ask a question, what did Pioli say? That was
Oh yeah. Let's see if I. It's got. He said. He said. a bunch of things. At a certain point, he said, "I hope in the future we face a team with less quality." That
What the
that's
fuck?
that's what pissed me off. Like
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, this is the Champions League. There's not going to be many teams with less quality.
that's
That's just terrible.
yeah,
Terrible.
that's small club. Like I expect Gasperini to say that,
Right.
not Milan
As a matter of
coach.
fact, I'm going to do this because of that. Pioli out. I never want to hear shit like that again.
Yeah, that's
What else? What else you guys want to add?
Rebic had a pretty good performance. It
Okay,
was
yeah, yeah.
decent.
That's a good thing. Let's look at the positives. Positives. That interplay they had there that led to the goal showed that if they can keep that
yeah,
focus and that intensity for like 50 minutes, 60 minutes, we can win. Not only we can win against teams like Liverpool,
against everyone. Yeah,
against everyone, but in fashion and in style.
yeah. Both goals were actually beautifully executed, beautiful passes, beautiful combinations. Both goals, but it lasted so little, man.
Right,
This is
that's the problem.
yeah,
It literally lasted
Yeah.
5 minutes. No, 2 minutes.
and not just that. What also made me sad was the fact that uh, they just turned the game around so easy, man. They just came, scored a goal in the first 5 minutes, scored another one, and then they were like, man, fuck it. Then they subbed in. They removed the starters to keep them, to have to give them a rest for the league, and we did nothing anyways. Like the subs came in, and we did nothing, dude. Like I remember we had 5 minutes. We kept on wasting time by putting the ball 2 meters further away. Like, dude, just pass the ball high. We have 5 minutes. Back passes again. Just
Yeah.
play the ball high, and somehow, some way, like we scored the first two, we somehow score a goal.
Yeah,
And
the back passes were pissing me off at the end of
But
the game.
the back passes came because even in the 93rd minute, Liverpool players were there, man, with breathing on your neck.
yeah,
And this is why I say that we don't have the necessary intensity right now, and we should somehow
or the
adapt it.
lungs.
And also, my question is, why don't teams in Serie A do this? Why don't we play high tense football? Why doesn't
Well,
one team do that? Because
I I'm gonna say this. I know people are gonna get pissed off at me, but if Juventus today played against Liverpool, it wouldn't be the same. It'd be a 50-50 matchup.
no,
Juventus would match their intensity.
no,
You'll see it against Chelsea. You'll see it against Chelsea. When Juventus plays against Chelsea, it's going to be a much more balanced game. The only reason
Chelsea-
why we didn't
Chelsea-
manage their intensity is because we don't have experience. That's it.
But Chelsea does not play like Liverpool. They do not play a high line. Chelsea drops back and counterattacks.
But you're saying Serie A versus EPL.
Yes,
It-
but
it-
no, but this is the thing here. If you have noticed, even when we counterattack in a weird way, man. When they counterattack, means the fullback starts running like they have tails on all the sides. Get it? You start running with 5 players. You are defending with 10. You attack with 7 players. This is what Chelsea does. We attack with with Leao and Rebic, 2 players. This is how we counterattack. You don't counterattack like that. You counterattack with 5 players, 6 players. The whole point of that is from 10 people defending, you have 7 people now on their 6-yard box.
Yeah. Again, I mean, yes. I honestly cannot. For me, this is just a matter of experience. That's all it is. That's really all it is. And I know people don't want to agree with me on certain things I say, especially when it comes to Juve, because they think I'm a Juventus fan. But if this same game happened 2 years from now, it'd be a completely different game. I'm so positive. I don't know. Maybe I'm always too positive. Red John, maybe you are the yin to my yang.
Yeah. I like your man because I got a friend who's identical like you. Like, He is just too positive, and he loves overestimating stuff. Juventus is gonna beat them. I mean, Juventus would get trashed. Like Juventus would lose 5-0,
Against Liverpool?
5-6 maybe. And every time you ask the question, I'm gonna add a goal for Liverpool
Why would you say that? Like, why?
because
Why?
the intensity. They dude.
But the intensity. But look, let's
Yeah.
look at Juventus. Let's look at Juventus's goalkeeper, international goalkeeper with Champions League experience, finals, international experience. Their defensive line: Chiellini, Bonucci. Who has more experience than them? Delete, one of the best defenders with international, national experience at the highest level, and Champions League experience. Danilo, Brazilian national team player with also a lot of experience. Then you look at the midfield, where you can start to say, yeah, maybe the midfield is lacking something. But you have, Locatelli. Maybe also he wouldn't do great in the Champions League, I don't think, against Liverpool. Maybe the midfield is where I would say, But then you have Morata with a lot of experience. You have Dybala with a lot of experience.
Right,
You have
right.
Chiesa. Chiesa
Right.
is nobody stops Chiesa.
You-
Milan is all under 21s, my man. It's
Sure,
all
but-
under 21s.
Sure,
Do
but
you understand the difference between a national team player and an under 21 team player?
but
It's like
Milan,
night and day.
Milan also has 8 points more than them right now in the league. First of all, and second of all, if you say their midfield is not good, this is where they ate us. Liverpool ate us in the midfield today. They didn't eat us in the defense. No, in the midfield we didn't know what to do. Now imagine Juventus.
Yeah, no. I understand that, but
And here we are talking
What
about
I'm-
arguably the best midfield in Serie A.
what I'm trying to say is that this difference between EPL and Serie A is not so tragic. It's not as so. If the difference between EPL and Serie A was this incredible, unsurmountable hill, then England should have beaten Italy 7-0, But instead, Italy dominated England at Wembley. In the final of the Euro Cup. It's about experience. The reason why Italy was able to dominate England is because in Italy, the midfield was Barella, who was top notch, Jorginho, who's top notch, Verratti, top notch, and then Bonucci, Chiellini, etc. It's a matter of having players that have experience. Our players they barely start. Kessie today, first time playing this competition. Benacer, first time. Calabria, first time. Hernandez, I think it's his first time. Leao, first time. Brahim Diaz, I think it's the first time. Salamakers, first time. Has Rebic played? Rebic, first time. Literally 90% of our team never played this competition before. That has to say a lot. Right? Doesn't that say a lot?
I think our starting lineup had in over together 24 Champions League matches.
That's crazy.
Each Liverpool player had more than that. Every single Liverpool player.
That is absolutely insane. That stat alone, to me, that's why I'm not so, and that's why I'm not angry at all about it. That's why I'm not desperate, kind of thing. And I'm not saying you are, but I'm just saying I don't feel any negativity towards this game. What I really hoped before a ball was kicked today was that Milan wouldn't suffer the pressure and the competition, but they did. So that's where maybe I can say I'm a little bit disappointed in that, but I understand. At the end of the day, we're all humans, We're not robots. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what some of our friends in the chat are saying. Maybe we can respond. It's Kessi's second game. He's not match fit yet. So what do you think about Kessi? Actually, yeah. What do you think about Kessi, Rajan?
Not good. Like at some points in the game, embarrassing.
Can you excuse me for 1 second? Just go ahead.
Yeah. Like I think Kessi was losing both left and right, man. Like at some points in the game, especially when they would press a lot, because he would just not know what to do. And I think also they had like one or two occasions just because of Kessie losing the ball or misplacing the pass. I don't know. I think it's a mix of not being experienced enough, but also not knowing what to do when the other team has just a super high tempo. And I think this is what more or less Pioli should try to implement in the team, like higher tempo, uh, fast thinking, higher reaction times. This is how I think Liverpool ended up dominating the play, because I don't think they had 35 chances to score. I think they just kept possession, closed us in our half, and kept on kept on passing the ball around and trying to dictate the game. So yeah.
I have a question. Do you think? I know some people on this channel. I'm not going to mention their names. Do not like to talk about this particular subject I'm going to talk
Mhm.
about. But do you think that this whole thing about the contract, do you think it's going to do the same thing that I think happened with Çalhanoğlu? That once Çalhanoğlu kind of knew that he was not going to sign for AC Milan, all of a sudden that magic he had in the beginning of the season kind of disappeared. Do you think Kessie is going to suffer a similar fate where his mind is already at PSG probably, and he's not going to give us what he gave us before.
Let me tell you an example. I had a job like 2 months ago, and I knew I was starting another job
Yeah,
1 month later. So I already gave them the notice that I'm going to leave next month.
right.
And then that month I started showing up late, being lazy on the job, because you just know you are safe and you're going somewhere else. So I think that's only normal. That depends if Kessie is more professional than I am. This is what it comes up to.
No, I think you said it right. You said it's only normal. Like
Yeah.
it's just this is a natural human behavior that we can it's genetic. We cannot
Yeah.
get rid of it. Is Kissy going to have a great season this year, knowing that he's not going to? Because let's be honest, Red John, Kissy is not signing. Like, are you? Do you agree with me, or do you still have a
I
chance? Do you,
I still think, man. Listen, I'm I don't know, man. I'm kind of old school in this sense, in the sense that if you give an interview 1 month
oh,
ago,
excuse me.
yeah,
I got to take this call.
yeah,
Go ahead, and I want to come back to you.
yeah. So basically, the reason why I think Kessie will renew is the fact that, dude, he said 1 month ago that he wants to play at Milan forever, this and that. So either he is a sociopath, or like I see no other way. That's the reason why. But that being said, if he knows that he's gonna leave, I don't think he I don't think he's gonna give his 100%, or at least not 100% in the training, because I still think that in the match you will give your 100%, man. But if you don't train good enough, then you cannot give your 100%. So yeah,
Sorry. I had an important call. I had to take real fast. Sorry.
it's not a
What did you
problem.
just say? Really fast in 2 words. What did you just say?
What I said is this: that it's only normal that Kessie will not train as hard, and
Right. Yeah.
by not training as hard, you end up not giving your 100% in the match.
Yeah.
But not because he doesn't want to give 100% in the match. In the match, I think it's only normal for every guy. Me, when I play with my friends, I give my 100%, but I'm just not trained enough from my 100% to be good enough. So that's gonna be his problem. Not training good enough means
Yeah. I think this is what's going to happen this season. I don't think we're going to see the same Kessie we saw. I think Kessie's going to have a lot of poor games. He's going to miss a lot of penalties. Kessie is gone, guys. Like I really want to. I've already accepted the fact that Kessie is not a AC Milan player anymore. So it is what it is. It
But
is what it is.
don't you think that if he performs poorly, then he will not get the same offers from the other teams.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Isn't isn't
I
it
think
is isn't it on Kessie's best interest to have a phenomenal season this season?
yes, yes, but I think that I think those sharks like Leonardo Paratici, all these people that know the Serie A and know who are the best players in the Serie A. They know that the best way to beat Serie A teams is by taking their best players. And if you can take Kessie away from AC Milan, you're taking away you're taking an engine, a V8 engine, a V12 engine, and then they know that he's going to perform for PSG. He's going to be energetic. He's going to be ambitious. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too negative. Maybe I'm being too pessimistic. But I honestly already don't consider Kessie an AC Milan player. To me, he's gone. Guys, we've seen this twice before. With Donnarumma, I was 100%. Maybe I had PT. Maybe it is PTSD. I was 100% sure Donnarumma was going to sign for AC Milan. I was ready to bet anything that Donnarumma was going to finish his career at AC Milan. I thought that Çalhanoğlu was probably going to sign again. Çalhanoğlu is Kessie's best friend. Donnarumma, Messi is doing. Mbappe is doing the same thing. Dybala is doing. All these players are just going to go to the end of their careers and get better offers. Why do they don't give a shit if about being bought and all that crap? Why would they?
Sure, but it's still a different topic, man. Like Messi left Barcelona for free. Like a player leaves a team once every 5 years. We are about to lose form in 2 years,
I know.
in 1 year.
Yeah,
So at some point, after the first time, when you make a mistake and then you start calling the guy a snake. So Chala is a snake, Donnarumma is a snake, now Kessie is a snake, Romagnoli is a snake. At some point, we should turn our heads around and be like, okay, wait a second. It's either we have all the snakes in the world in the team, or our management is doing something wrong.
you know what? It's a combination of different things. One, the management is not mitigating this situation very well because I know we had a huge discussion the other night with Rohit and other people that like don't these players a player like Kessie the contract should have been re-signed not this summer last summer
Exactly, I agree.
and same thing with these other players. But and then the other problem is that you have these super rich teams that can offer a lot of money. And if you listen, then Red John, at the end of the day, if you have employer one and employer two, employer one is offering you 10,000, employer two is offering you 30,000. Which one are you going to go for?
For the 30,000.
Of course. So it's
Sure, but
naturally from.
sure, but I also see another difference. Why is Inter able to sign Lautaro? How do they renew him?
Because they didn't wait till the end. Lautaro Martinez
Exactly.
still has 2 years
2 years,
left.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's the key right there.
Then,
That is the key.
then why don't we do that? How many players are we going to lose? Why is no one talking about Benacer getting renewed
Or Teo, both
or Teo
Benacer and Teo.
Hernandez?
Yeah,
Like,
and
I just
even
don't get it.
yeah,
And Teo is getting 1.5 million, man. It's piss poor salary. So if we offer Teo right now, because he's still got 3 more years or 2 more years, I don't know.
yeah,
If we offer him three right now, he will say yes because he's going to double the money, which he otherwise would have to wait anyways until the end of the contract. Get it? So he's probably going to say yes if we do it right now. But we should move
and
because
the
we
thing. Yeah, sorry, go ahead, finish.
no because this what this is creating. First of all, I've said this since the first time that I've been on the podcast. We are creating a precedent here. We with Donnarumma and with Chala, we told every player on our team that they are going to start play, be important, and they can move for free as if nothing happened. This is the precedent that we set, and that now players are following. Because Kessie thought about it. Chala wanted 6. Milan offered 4. Chala waited the contract and got 6. Donnarumma wanted 12. Milan offered 8. Donnarumma played and ended the contract and got 12. What's the reason for Casino to do it?
Yeah, no, they are it's almost impossible for it not to happen at this point. And the other thing is that even if, let's say, let's go to Teo, right? Let's go to Teo. Offer him double or whatever, or offer him he's doing 1.5, give him 5 or give him 4, whatever, but then sell him next year.
Yeah.
Because you know he's going to eventually leave, because we're never going to give him 9, but at least sell him. At least sell Kessie. At least sell Romagnoli, Donnarumma. Make money out of them. Because with that money, you can buy top players. Instead, no, we have to get Ali. Ali, that is a youngster, but it still has to go. Ali still needs to do all the experience that Kessie learned in these 3 years, 4 years at AC Milan. Now Ali has to do the same.
And
we're basically going back 4 years.
True. Like, we will have Atli be bad for 2 years, be okay for 1 year, be super good for the other 2 years, and then go for free.
Right. And it's definitely, it seems like something is not going the right direction in that regard.
But I feel like the problem is because they have put Paulo there, fans are just too afraid to criticize Paulo. Fans directly call you a traitor if you say Paulo is doing a bad job on this side.
Now listen, I do live in a dichotomy here. I would not want anyone but Paulo there, to be honest with you.
I agree. But
there's a big but. There's a big booty that it needs to be addressed. And you're right. It seems like if we criticize Maldini, then we get our heads chopped off. It's definitely something to talk about, I think, and I'm not happy with how things are going in that area. And I'm starting to see the same thing with Salamakers. I think Salamakers is going to become an excellent player, etc., and we're going to lose him too. And we're going to lose all these players. I mean, look, we got Messias.
Roy, don't worry. No one is coming from Salamakers now.
Well, you'll see. You'll see, right, John?
Don't you worry. No one is going to be with Milan if you want him all his career. Don't you worry.
Salamakers is in 2 years is going to be one of the best players in the world.
Okay.
All right, let's go to some comments here because Lucas wants us to talk about the game. Let's see. Actually, let's get Lucas on the stream. I want to hear Lucas. Lucas is the number 1 AC Milan troll. Nobody trolls better than Lucas. He gets the award for AC Milan trolling. Let's see if Lucas wants to join us today and talk some crap. Did the management talk with Teo this summer? Did he tell him enter negotiations or he wants to play some? I don't know. Like I don't know. The only thing that I know about Teo Hernandez is that PSG wants him and Man City wants him. That's the only thing I know. I don't know. We have absolutely no information of what Milan counter offered him. Obviously they talk. Obviously the agents and the management are talking, but we don't know.
I also want to add something here, man. How come our players always demand like this high, absurd numbers? Like, how come Casemiro earns 6 million at Real, but somehow Kessie wants 8?
Say again, sorry. Repeat that.
How come Casemiro, who has won everything playing at Real Madrid, earns 6, but then Kessie comes and he wants 8? Like, what's the logic behind it? Why is Kessie wanting 8?
Is that all Casemiro is getting? 6?
Yeah, 6 million. Modric is getting like 8 or 9. And Modric has won Ballon d'Or in the final of the World Cup, and he's Modric too. Like he's
Are
a class player.
are we sure that these offers are net or gross?
These are net. These are net.
Because both Tottenham, as far as what the sources have been saying, both Tottenham and PSG have offered Kessie that kind of money. I mean, I've seen reports saying that Fernandez was offered 9 from PSG.
But listen, from PSG, I can believe any number you tell me. From Tottenham, the Tottenham has somehow offered Kessie 8. It's bullshit because
Mm.
Harry Kane earns 6 net right now.
Right.
So there is no way they're gonna like offer Kessie 8. Like Tottenham, it's not a club that pays their players a lot. Neither is Liverpool.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like for example, Mane at Liverpool earns 8. Salah earns 12, for example, but he's the
Wow.
highest paid, like
That's a lot.
absolutely highest paid.
That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And unfortunately, we have to live with it at this current moment. And, it's a sour note in this beautiful orchestra and composition that Milan is putting together. There's definitely a few sour notes that I think it should be addressed and should be spoken about. But I did get a lot of shit from some people because I like to talk because we've talked about this. How dare we criticize the management? How dare? All right, let's go to the comments. Prometheus says we're wasting our energy talking about Kessie. Unless he ups his game, he can leave for all I care. Well, let's see. Let's see. I have a feeling that this contract thing is not going to make him play well. But let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, this would be a good thing to be wrong about. Let's see if other comments. They listed the first goal as Tomori own goal. You know what? The thing that today I was noticing is that because they started so poorly, AC Milan, and they took such a long time to find their feet, and they kind of never even really did. I was really hoping that Liverpool would not score in the first 20 minutes, and that goal in the first 20 minutes, man.
Yeah. I also think that was kind of Magnan's mistake there. He should have went out.
The second goal, that was it.
Exactly. Yeah.
The second goal, yeah, Maignan. Like what?
Yeah.
That's basic goalkeeping.
Yeah. That he should have just gone and got the ball with his hand. Like that was a
He
goal.
had so much time.
In my book. Yeah.
He had so much time. I mean, basically, the ball was here,
Yeah.
and
Like,
the guy was here. He literally had almost the same amount of time to get to the ball.
No, but not just that. Like the cross came, Salah didn't touch the ball. The ball hit the ground,
Right. It bounced.
bounced, rose back up, and then Salah had time to shoot it. Like what the hell?
The closer you get to the goal, without the goalkeeper charging at you, the bigger the goal gets.
Exactly.
So you're just making it easier. That was a very poor play from Mike Maignan. But Mike Maignan also saved the penalty, and after he saved that penalty, he also saved the rebound shot.
Yeah. No. For me, Maignan, Tomori in the first half. If we get rid of the last 3 minutes of the first half when we scored twice, only Tomori and Maignan and Kier were the only ones with character in the team. The rest were just
for sure. Do you think that Tomori, because some of the things that we speculated with Ari earlier was that the reason why Tomori did not really suffer Liverpool is because he knows what it's like to play in Anfield. He's done it before.
No. I think he's used to the intensity.
And he's used to the intensity.
He knows the intensity of the league.
Right.
Man, Tomori made some interceptions the day that crazy, man. Like super good. Like he looked like Maldini in some places. I'm not saying he did perfect, right? But he was playing at the same step at the same speed as the Liverpool players, while
Right.
the rest of the team was 2 steps behind.
Yeah, yeah,
Every single ball, in every duel, we were second.
yeah. And especially Kessie. Kessie played
It's
at a very slow pace.
embarrassing,
Very
but
slow pace.
so was Benacer, in my opinion. I think
And so was Benacer. Yeah, both of them.
When Tonali came in, you could see that Tonali could run. Man. Maybe it's because he came from the bench, but Tonali could run and could match them physically. Also, one more thing, I think we cannot play versus this kind of teams. Brahim, Makers, and Benacer, all three at the same time, because we lack physicality. All three of
I
them,
think Tonali should be in the mix.
yeah,
Tonali should be
yeah,
in the
like at least Tonali for Benacer, and then remove Makers and put someone physical, or remove Diaz and put someone physical, so we can match at least physically with them. I'm okay that we cannot run as fast as them, but at least to be physical enough. Because I saw Diaz today getting dragged around, man.
Even if Diaz got dragged around, I liked his personality.
No, one
I liked
hundred
his
percent.
personality.
Like Diaz, at the end of the day, did a good game, like as good as it could be today. Get it?
Right. Laert, join the live. We got Laert in the chat.
Ooh.
MBGK says, was Milan trying to slow the game? Was that our tactical decision at the beginning? I think that was wrong. I think they tried to do it because that's how they play,
Yeah.
but I think that they're not ready for that yet. Guys, we have the infamous number one AC Milan internet chat troll, Lucas Omoba.
Thank you.
How you doing, Lucas?
I'm good, Roy.
Great to talk to you, Lucas. It's been a long time.
I'm grateful.
So, Lucas, tell me what do you think about today?
Casey can go. If he wants to go, he can go. If I'm Maldini, and I was watching this game, I'll be like, yo, I need to decrease your salary, cause 2.5 million a year for that kind of game is terrible. You looked worse than a Norwich player.
But hold on, Lucas. But let's not be too extreme. Do you think that part of it is because the guy is not match fit?
He is much fit. He's been training. He's been
I don't
training
think
with the team for like
No. But
a
being
week now.
match fit is different from being training fit. There's two
I
different
mean, I
things.
mean, he played against Lazio, and he had a decent game. So,
But
I'm sure he was much fit.
even
I don't
versus
think so.
Lazio, he didn't have a great game. Huh?
He
Tonali
didn't.
was
He,
Yeah,
did-
but
yeah,
he had a decent
yeah.
game. He had a decent game.
he
So
did not have a great game against
yeah, he had
Lazio.
a decent game. So
Against Lazio, you could tell he was not match fit, and also today, I think. But guys, hold on. Before we keep on going, and I want you to keep on going with this. Let's go back to Kessie versus Manchester United. Kessie against Manchester United was a boss. He totally
um
bossed. He totally
yeah
bossed that
yeah
Man
yeah
United.
destroyed
yeah,
them.
but that
Both
was
guys.
that
Yeah.
was a different Man United. Like Man United compared to Liverpool is two
Yeah,
different teams.
true.
One team has a PE teacher coaching them, and the other team has a great coach coaching them.
No.
And
Okay,
and
but Manchester
True. It's
United finished second in the EPL. Liverpool did not finish second.
the reason why Liverpool didn't finish second or first is because first of all they didn't have fans, and their fans is basically the superpower, the extra man,
Mm.
and they also struggled in depth. They didn't have many defenders. They were playing midfielders as defenders, so that's another reason. And I also want to talk about Benacer. Man, this guy, oh my days,
embarrassing.
bro. I
Today,
wish
embarrassing.
I wish we were playing with DJ Zoo and Krunic today, because I'm sure Krunic and DJ Zoo would have done better.
Yeah, I'm still have to point my. I honestly have not decided whether. No, actually, I think both of these players are not
Match fit.
match fit, and it's their first time playing in this competition. Anyway, go ahead.
just to add something, I agree. But then we also have to go back to our transfers, man. Whom have we purchased? Messias, not match fit. Bakayoko, not match fit. Pellegrini, not match fit. We don't have a striker right now. We have to play with Fabic. Like what have we bought? Like
That is actually a great point. You make a
this
great
is
point there.
it's
I,
it,
I,
it's
I don't like to agree with Red John when he talks negatively, but I have to agree with him this time for sure.
like I truly it's funny. Get it? It's funny how we spend the whole summer mercato thinking that we will never play Rebic or Lao up front, and here we are. Second game in a row that we have to play them up front, and probably we are going to play them up front versus Juventus as well.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in the Pellegrini signing. Like I was one of the people that was happy about it, but now I'm not happy.
Well,
Like
but let's also let's not. The season just started. Let's see what happens, guys. Anyway, I do
Oh,
want you to continue,
okay.
Lucas. I want to say hello to Simon. What's up,
Yeah.
Simon?
Thank you. How are you? Can you hear
Good.
me?
How are you? Yes.
Hi.
So I think regarding the match, if you look at the formation that Liverpool was using, it was like 4-3-3. They have 3 men in the midfield, and we have 2 men, and those 2 men were one was completely mindless, one was trying to get into form. So there was no wonder why we got completely overrun.
But
You know,
I think they
and
had
and,
like
and after that,
5 or
Pioli didn't make
6
any adjustments to
players.
the midfield.
That's the one thing I saw. I thought Pioli should have made some adjustments to that midfield. If you guys look at that diagram here of the tactical board, they play with 3, but then you had Salah and Jota come back,
They
and
had like 6 men, 6 on the midfield.
it was 5. It was 5 plus
5,
the one there. 5 versus 2. How are you like? They have 3 extra men there.
Completely ridiculous. And Cassie was like, he was very absent-minded. It was just, man, his performance is not worth $6 million.
And also Kessie looked super slow today. I've never
He
seen
looked
him
very
so slow.
slow. His decision
So
making looked
slow.
very slow.
So slow.
But guys, I still think that I still think that this is just a learning experience for them, and a combination of not being match fit, combination of different things, and then also what Nonso Igbona here said, which is also something that Lucas said, that Anfield is a difficult stadium. Liverpool destroyed Barca, Bayern, City, and in Anfield. It's very difficult to play there. Klopp has created a beast of a team, but a beast
Yeah.
of a team. I mean,
Yeah,
we-
yeah,
we-
yeah.
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that there are more positives than negatives in this game. In terms of Milan, I think Milan went there and they didn't play the game, but they got a respectable result. Like there are some teams that went to Anfield and just got destroyed, and we didn't get
True.
destroyed. And I think this game or this group of death is in the is a great indication to what Maldini and the board has to do this summer. No, next summer. I,
Um,
and I
Red
think
John said that we did get destroyed. He said that
I think
ci hanno preso a pallonate.
I think we're not far away from being a UCL title contender.
Say that again.
I think we're not far away from being a UCL title contender.
No, guys, I don't think that at all. I think that again. I will repeat it again. AC Milan is going to go to the semifinal of this edition of the Champions League.
Yeah, I just think
What-
I just think we needed experience.
Roy, what
and
happened
and
to
and
Tripleta?
that Ajax team that went to the final, despite not having much experience, that
Final.
yeah no yeah they went to the semifinal. Sorry, um, that Ajax team that went to the semifinal. I don't think it's easy or will ever will no will it will be repeated, but it will take a long time to be repeated. I think this Milan team just needs more experience. Simple as that.
Yeah, that's it. Just a little bit. One advantage that we have, which is something that I remember Mourinho talked about with Porto, Remember when Mourinho won everything with Porto 2 years in a row? One of the reasons why Mourinho said he was able to win with Porto those 2 years in a row, pretty much everything, is because he had a very talented team, but his team was super young. Therefore, the recoveries between games wasn't as problematic as having a team of more, players that are more worn out, etc., etc.
But
That
our
could be an
team isn't
advantage.
super young. Our
What do you mean,
team
sir?
isn't super young.
Yes, it
Come
is.
on, we have two boomers as number nines,
Okay,
and
but that's
that's
two out
and
of
and,
that's
and
no, no, no.
that's
But overall, the team is very young, Lucas. You cannot.
yes, but we still have two boomers as a number nine, and that is one of the reasons why we lost today. We lost because we didn't have Ibrahimovic or Giroud. I think Ibrahimovic, with his experience and his leadership, would have helped this team. Like this team was pissing their pants in the first 15 minutes.
I think
I
so too.
was,
I
I
think
was, I
that's a good
was
point.
watching. Yeah, yeah. I was watching the
Yeah.
watch along, and you were spot on. And during the 25th minute, that mark, we started like to play more of our game against Liverpool. So
I
yeah,
think
spot on that.
yeah, and I think if Ibra was there, we probably would have not suffered as much because Ibra does bring a lot of confidence, and he demands a lot of confidence.
And not just that, but Ibra also drops deep, and is able to hold play,
Yeah,
or at least
right.
he does that in Serie A. Because now, man, I'm not sure if he would be able to do that as well, because they had 10 people on the midfield. But for example, Giroud, when he came in, he did not do that. He would exclusively rely on service, and we just didn't have any service.
Right, right.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Ibra? Do you think how do you think Pioli should use Ibra this season? Because I mean, look, he just played for what 20 minutes and he's
Yeah,
already injured.
yeah. But this is the problem, though, right? Right. Like, you can manage him as much as you want to. It's all about luck, but luck odds are also not on your side because he's 40 years old. Get it? So you can play in 5 minutes. He gets injured. He needs 6 months to recover because he's 40 years old. So play Ibra in the most, I don't know, versus Juventus if he's healthy by then, and then let him rest and keep him in a box to keep him safe for the next game in which you're gonna need him, and probably it's gonna be against Atletico. That's gonna probably park the bus, because man, I hope Atletico is gonna park the bus, right? They're not gonna dominate us, right? This is what I hope.
Listen, I got to be honest with you, Red John. To me, that the midfield of Atletico Madrid on paper looks better than Liverpool's midfield.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't watch Atletico Madrid, so I don't understand why he would park the bus. But it's all ballers.
Simone. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah,
I know.
it's just his life. It's basically like it's what he breathes. Like if he
Sim-
doesn't defend, he's dying.
yeah,
Simple as that.
because Atletico, this is what they do, and this is how they were able to beat Liverpool, to kick them out last year or the year before
Right,
that.
right, right.
Yeah,
I
Interesting.
think I think this season we're just unlucky with the group, but next season with a quality young striker and a right
but
winger, we can cause some trouble.
next year we're probably going to be again fourth if we don't manage to get some results in this group.
Now, no, if we win the league, I think we have a big chance of winning the
Okay.
league.
No, no. If we win the league, we are pot one. Then.
Yeah, and that'll be great.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think we need a young striker like Vlahovic that can score goals every game.
But we
Because
are never.
because listen, if even when Ibrahimovic came on against Lazio, the guy didn't make any movements. Like he stood still in like some places. It just didn't seem like he was fully fit. And when he came on against Lazio, I was just hoping that he doesn't run a lot. I was actually hoping that he doesn't run a lot because
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd get injured. And when I'm and yeah, yeah, and when I was watching Fiorentina versus Atalanta, I saw Vlahovic for the whole 90 minutes. He was defending and attacking. He was holding up the ball, everything. He did everything, and that's the kind of striker that we need now. We need that kind of striker. We don't need Ibrahimovic, someone that comes in and then goes out in the next 20 minutes injured. I don't think that's what we need.
Hey guys, I want to read this comment. I want to know what you guys think. Last season, Lille destroyed us. Right? You guys remember Lille
Yeah.
completely beat us, like
Yeah.
hands
Sure.
down. They destroyed us.
Our B team.
Did we play?
Today we got destroyed against the B team of Liverpool.
That's their beating.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then he says, but next time that we face him, we played solid against him. I hope we play better next time in San Siro. Do you guys think that this is? I mean, I want. What I'm trying to say is that Lille beat us with a bigger statement than what Liverpool beat us today. Does this show a growth? Do you guys think in some way?
Sure, but the thing is, when we lost 3-0 against Lille, we were aware that we were playing our B team and we were not playing full strength. So when we lost, everyone was like, meh, whatever. They beat our second line. They beat Krunic and Tonali in the midfield. So what? Get it?
Hmm.
They beat Gabia in the defense. Okay.
No,
They
no,
beat
no,
us.
no. Gabia wasn't playing. Was scared. Yeah,
No,
and
no,
and
no,
yeah,
no, no, no. Care got out injured and then Gabia went in.
no, that was against Celtic.
Oh shit! Yeah. You're
Um,
right.
yeah,
So,
for
so,
the little game, we had Krunic as a left winger, and Castillo as a right winger. So
yeah,
I'm not really going to take much out of that game.
yeah.
Okay, guys, I want to read Ollie. I think he's put in some quotes here from the game here. We started incredibly well. We played a super game, an intense game, but football wise as well. Klopp. So this is Klopp. We played in all spaces we had to play and didn't give them anything until I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, we got punished for it in the last few minutes of the first half, but it started earlier. We got carried away by our football. We didn't keep it simple. Offensively and defensively, we weren't organized. Okay, let's keep on reading here. When we are organized, Fabinho is incredible, and he can pick up all the challenges we need for him. When the spaces are too big, even if he cannot solve it anymore. They played in between and scored 2 goals, but it did not feel like we cannot come back.
True, and I didn't feel it as well. I didn't feel like we would win the game, even though we weren't the one.
Well, I was hoping that AC
Yeah.
Milan would have continued with that momentum they built in the end of the first half, but it really didn't happen. Huh?
Yeah.
And listen, let's. This kind of pains me to do, but let's compare these words from Klopp and the words of Pioli.
No,
I
different.
mean, Pioli's fucking words today were, "Oh my God, I hope we don't face a team with the same kind of quality." Like, what a coward! Get this guy out of that bench. Today, honestly, I'm done with Pioli. Even though today's performance was great, whatever, I'm happy with it because I know the situation. Those words make me want him to get the hell out of AC Milan.
What, Roy, what did he say in particular?
He said, amongst a whole bunch of other excuses, he said, "I hope in the future we face teams with less quality."
Wait, for real?
Yeah,
Oh my days, That was a terrible quote.
that's just pathetic. It's pathetic. I
I,
can't
don't- I,
believe
I,
it.
don't, I don't want to believe you. I don't want to
Now,
believe you in
the
that bad.
thing is that Ollie had an English translated in English, so I'll find that quote in Italian and see if it was the same thing.
Okay.
I can't believe we pocketed Luis Alberto last week, but had terrible points. I mean, Lazio guys, Lazio and
Come
Liverpool
on,
are
man.
two different beasts, man.
Nah, man.
Lazio would get destroyed by Liverpool 7-0.
Yeah,
7-0.
100%.
I just think it was the pressure. I
Yeah,
think that
I think that too.
the pressure had a place. Theo Hernandez in the first minutes couldn't even do anything.
Because Theo is used.
He was just so scared. He gave away so many balls on my days.
Yeah, but
But
Theo
yeah.
also because Theo is used to keep the ball for 30 seconds. 30 seconds keeping the ball and then deciding what to do. You didn't have the chance this game.
Like on
If
my
you had,
days,
yeah,
on my days, Prometheus commented, Lucas, on my days on mobile.
Okay. Let me read it. I'll get to that. It depends. If Milan end up fourth in the group, we can get an easier next year. No, guys. We will probably win the Scudetto and we'll get to the semifinals of the Champions League. If our midfield gets back into form, we can definitely compete with Liverpool. I completely agree with that. Now, I know Red John is skeptic, has his opinions about that. What do you think, Lucas and Simon?
Uh,
Do you guys think that Milan by December 7th is going to be able to even, let's say, dominate Liverpool?
before I answer your question, Leao said that he was, even though the result didn't go Milan's way, he was happy with the team and how they played. So, what
That's
do you
good.
think about that quote?
I like that quote. It's better than what Pioli said. Leao should be the coach instead of Pioli.
Okay, to your question, yes, I think if we play this game in San Siro, if this game was played in San Siro, then we would have won. 100% would have won. Like
Today?
yes,
Today.
our players,
no, no.
yes,
I don't know about that today.
our
Hard to,
players were so scared of the Anfield crowd. They were just petrified of the Anfield crowd. If
I think so. Sorry to cut you off. Keep on going.
yeah, I think if this game was played in front of 37,000 people in Milano, in Milan, we would have won probably like 2-1, and we made such amateur defensive mistakes. Like this was a team that only conceded one goal in like seven competitive games, and it came against Cagliari. So it came against Cagliari
Mm,
in our first game back with fans in the San Siro. So
mm.
it makes sense why we bottled this game in particular.
To answer to that, I want you guys, Simon and Rajan, also to answer that. If that's a good question, what would have happened if Milan played this game at the San Siro? I think still
Yeah,
Liverpool is just better physically conditioned than AC Milan
e-
today,
e-
and
exactly.
I don't see. I haven't seen what I've saw what we saw today. I'm not as confident as you, Lucas, in that conclusion.
I
This
think
team,
I think what made our players shit their pants was not the public, because they have played with public before. They have played in big stadiums. It's not like Theo comes from Real Madrid, Diaz from Real and from City. Like it's not like we are getting some players who have played in the neighborhood before and they have never seen the public. They have seen the public, and Anfield is nice and this and that. Of course, they simulate the players. They give them energy, whatever. What made our players scared was the fact that from the first minute, Liverpool players would run twice as much, be twice more physical, and not let them think. We didn't think. We didn't have time to think where to pass the ball. You had to pass the ball instinctively. Like if you pass it by instinct, then you pass it wrong because we are not used to it. That's why you would see Theo lose the ball 30,000 times, Kessie lose the ball 30,000 times. In the midfield, we were 2 against 5 all game long. So, and I don't know why Pioli didn't drop Liao deeper and Salamakers deeper as well. They would both stay a little bit higher. Drop them both deeper, so at least it's 5 versus 4.
I think I think we were missing a Hakan replacement in this game.
True.
I think
I
uh,
agree. I agree.
yeah, I think we would have I think would have switched to a 4-4-2, like how we did against Juventus in the final game of the season. No, yeah,
No.
in the final games of the season.
You
Like
know
that
what?
no that
Yeah,
that
go ahead. Sorry.
formation where Hakan was the left mid and Salzmakers was the right mid and Diaz was the second striker. I think if we had a Hakan replacement, unlike Daniel, no, listen, I like Daniel Maldini, but I don't think he's
Yeah,
like
okay, dude.
no 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 no
What
no 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 no
So
what
no no
was
no
that
no no no.
substitution in
Let
the
me
end, man?
wait,
Why
let me
why did you
rephrase
say
it.
Madini in the end?
Let
That
me
was
rephrase it.
embarrassing.
Oh,
Let
I
me
think
rephrase it.
Simon,
I
you
think
go
that
next.
Daniel Maldini isn't trusted by Pioli. I think Daniel Maldini could have started this game and done something. So
What?
when he
Hey,
when he
guys,
came on,
before
he put a
Simon
lot of
goes,
effort.
I want Simon to talk next. But before he goes on, I want to give a lot of credit to what Lucas just said, because tactically, from a tactical standpoint, we needed a player like Chalanoglu today. And I know that's a very controversial thing to say,
no
but
no no a
Lucas,
Hakan replacement.
you're 100% right about that. Anyway,
A Hakan
Simon, go
replacement.
ahead.
I didn't say
So
Hakan. A Hakan
so
replacement.
when
Come
the
on, let's go.
when the kickoff starts, basically our midfielders and everybody got a cold shower. Like Liverpool pressed right away, and Kessie and Benacer, they're not used to it. They didn't know. They didn't have time to think. They didn't have time on the ball. So I remember a moment where Kessie was so nervous. He passed it to Theo, and Theo missed the ball, and luckily it didn't lead to the goal. But I never seen Kessie that nervous before. I
Yeah.
mean, also he got, he has this renewal issue in his mind. Like I don't know. There was also a picture before the game where he was playing on the phone, where everybody took a picture when he was playing. He was the only one who was looked disinterested. I don't know, man. I don't know. But apparently Pioli didn't adjust to the tactic. Look, initially when I look at the lineup, I thought Jurgen Klopp was underestimating us.
True.
He put Van Dijk on the bench. He put Mane on the bench. I was like, oh, he underestimated us. Let's see how it goes. And you know what? I was totally wrong. Their lineup was enough to to really overrun our midfield. Like it was like completely. It was like we were Lazio, really. Like we were gone. Like
Exactly.
even
A better
Cassie
version
when
of
they had the
Lazio.
ball, even Cassie was not really was maintaining his zonal position instead of closer to the Liverpool player. Like there was one time where Cassie was like jogging in his zonal position instead of getting like closing down a Liverpool player. It was like no, man. It was very hard. And we tried to play a long ball. Our long ball was not accurate from the back. It was just when there was one time also when Theo tried to make a forward run, there were like 4 people closing in on him. We were doing that to Lazio, and right now, anytime when Liverpool player had a good ball, we didn't have more than 2 people. There was only 1-on-1 was for most time. We didn't have 2 or 3 people closing down Liverpool player. How can you get the ball from them? You can't. It's just almost impossible.
And by the way, before you continue, I just want to tell Roy to check Twitter, Van Dijk's Twitter.
I don't have access to Twitter.
What?
I don't have access to Twitter.
Why?
Because I'm on a different device, and
Can you just tell us what he said?
He posted a picture with Maldini and
yeah, they all
his.
respect Mandini, of course.
Okay. Okay then. And by the way, Hakan played today, and Inter fans are raging over him.
No,
They
no, but
want him out.
what I meant, but when you said we needed a Hakan shot, we needed an extra midfielder in there that did
An
a little bit
extra
of,
attacking midfielder, right?
but an extra attacking midfielder with the qualities of also a number 8, right? A guy that
Yeah.
can also come down and join that midfield line a little bit more defensive.
Someone like Yashin Adli.
Yashin Ali is too young, guys. He needs a
Uh,
lot of time.
no,
But listen, we did not win any balls in the midfield today. We did not win any balls. I would love to see what Kessi's stats look like because he's supposed to be the main winner of balls in that midfield, and
I can read it out. I can read his stats out.
I don't think he won any.
Just give me
Wait, hold on.
sometime.
Is there a website that shows all the stats of the players? Because if you just tell me, I can just show it or share it.
Oh, okay, I found it. I found it. So Kessie against Liverpool, 97 minutes played, 84% passing accuracy,
Okay.
um, el- 11.4 distance covered in kilometers, 44 passes attempted, and 37 out of 44 passes completed.
Okay.
Those stats are
What
like
What about ball winning the ball, like tackles?
they didn't mention it, but
The only player that I remember only two players winning the ball in high positions of the field. Leao, that then kind of led up to those goals, and then Daniel Maldini in the second half. I cannot
no,
remember one.
Rebic also.
Benacer also recovered the ball from Salah. I
Also,
Both
remember
fight.
that in
Tomori,
the first
like
half.
we had some balls recovered.
I'm talking about the midfielders, not the
Okay.
defenders.
Yeah, Benacer had a ball recovery from
Yeah,
Salah.
from Salamanca, I remember that one. Yeah, but that's it. It should be
Yeah.
way more. I mean, look against Lazio. How many times did we win the ball against Lazio?
So I want to rewind back because I didn't say anything about Lille. Yeah, I think the first game where we got overrun in the midfield, but I think it was because Tonali, Renato Sanchez kind of killed Tonali completely.
True. True. Like I remember Sanchez looked
Lille.
like
But as soon as
prime.
Benacer came on,
They scored two more.
I'm going to the UEFA website. I'm going to see if this has individual player stats.
And people on Twitter are going crazy over Tomori.
What are they saying?
He's super good or what?
Tomori amazing. Mike Maignan and Tomori are the only positives for Milan so
yeah,
far. I love
actually, yeah,
Tomori. I am still waiting for an interview with Lampard where he explains the whole Tomori situation in depth. Do we
Doesn't
have a
matter.
buyback on Tomori?
Thank God he didn't
Presence is
stay.
instrumental in both goals for Milan.
so yeah, Tomori, like before, I remember that right up to the point where Tomori down
We don't.
was afraid fighting for the ball. Really, it was Tomori who started the game. Really, I was like one instant of game where he ran back and he fought shoulder to shoulder and he won it, and it wasn't a foul because he was shoulder to shoulder. But right after that point, everyone says, "All right, now we can start fight." Before that, everyone was like chicken.
No, but to be honest, I think Tomori was one of the good ones, or one of our very few players that had the character to start running and defending. I remember once when Salah just destroyed Theo on the inside the box and shoot it with his right foot, and then Tomori came in running and sliding.
Yeah, I saw
And
that one.
yeah, that was hype. But too bad that I don't know, man. Theo sometimes he's. If we could sell him for 60 million, 65, I would do it.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, at this point I would because otherwise we're gonna get him for we're gonna lose him for free. That's why I would. But I know why you're saying why you wouldn't. Okay, so these are the stats for Kessie. 3 fouls committed, tackles 1, 4 balls recovered. I don't remember him recovering any balls.
Tackles one.
1 tackle. Yeah, I don't think any of the balls he recovered was.
Essential.
I'm sure he lost the balls after recovered them.
Yeah, so it doesn't really show like. I wish it showed a little bit more here.
If this man, no, I don't think this man should be asking for 6.5 mil.
I mean,
Like
I
Harry
He's
Kane
asking.
and 6 mil.
Yeah,
Harry Kane and 6 mil. I thought no. Like come on.
come on, bro. They were playing with Origi. Hasn't scored
Origi
since.
looks good. I liked Origi actually.
Yeah, of course.
You didn't like him? You don't like him?
No, like I don't like him as a player, man. He's a meme kind of a player because he scored the goal against Barcelona, the very important for Neil goal. But other than that, he's not a starter. He's not even the prime substitute. Because
I
normally,
think Barcelona's loss to Liverpool at Anfield is more embarrassing than this one.
no, 100
I'll
percent
take
that.
this one. I'll take this one. Like when Liverpool got a penalty, I was like, damn, we're about to lose 5-0 here.
Yeah,
Then Mike Man made the save. I was like, oh my days. We're still going to lose 5-0.
yeah.
Then Rebic scores. I'm like, oh my days, we're still going to lose 4-1. Then Brahim scores. I was like, oh my days, we can actually win this.
So these are Tomori's defensive statistics: 4 tackles, 5 ball recovers, 1 clearance, and 3 blocks. So he was busy.
Yeah.
He was busy. 83% passing rate.
Yeah.
No
And,
no
and,
yellow
let,
card. No yellow
and
card.
let's not be negative, cause before the match, you guys were talking about how many national team or Champions League quality players we have, and you guys mentioned Theo Hernandez. I think Theo Hernandez deserves some time. I think this team deserves some time.
No no no
I
no no
think
no. Hey
I
Lucas.
I think I think the focus is on Serie A. That's why we didn't prepare well for this game.
Lucas, I mean, if I haven't made that clear, then that's my fault. But I am fully aware that this team is youngsters and they need time. I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
89% a good passing rate by Kjaer. 2 tackles, 3 balls recovered, 7 clearances completed. That's good, and 2 blocks. I mean, Kjaer had a great game too. I think Greg John, you're saying Kjaer showed personality, huh?
Yeah.
Wait,
Kiar and,
Anton,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
Tomori as
Tomori.
well. Kiar and Tomori.
uh,
Kiar, Tomori,
Anto,
Maignan were the good mentally or strong mentally from the beginning.
so Antonio Conte had a good word. He said that at halftime, Anfield was quieter than usual.
Yeah.
Did Light say something about halftime?
No, Laert made it clear that according to what he read out of the game, that the stadium affected the team. That
Wait,
the stadium was
whose
very intimidated.
whose stats are these?
No, 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 no.
50% passing accuracy.
I, I,
Wait,
I
let's
did
guess. Who do you think these are, Red John?
What is this, bro? Tonali?
six
No.
balls, 6 balls recovered.
Benacer then, but see, 50% is
Florenzi,
No,
Calabria.
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 Oh my
50% passing
days.
accuracy. What the
Yeah,
hell?
that's really bad.
Wow,
Yeah, he had a rough game.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a rough game.
No,
He
no,
didn't get that much help from Salamakers. Usually Salamakers would double up with him, but
Yeah.
once again, he was just left alone.
Yeah, he
You know,
had a great
defending
game
101.
defensively. He had a great game defensively, but
50% is
No, but he kept losing. He kept losing the battle. He kept
no,
losing.
no. Yeah. I think the Stars makers didn't help him because like Diego Jota and Robertson were just 2v1 in him.
but 50%
That's
too
bad.
low, and
That's too low.
it tells me that we had no midfield
Options.
possession. Exactly
Right.
that.
Yeah. Um, 6 balls recovered is decent, but 0 tackles, 0 blocks. Let's see
Because
Salah makers.
0 tackles cannot be true, man. Because I remember 1 tackle from him.
Right. He did get a tackle at the end,
Exactly.
right? At the
At
end.
the end, exactly. Yeah.
Against Mane, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do they not consider that a tackle?
I have no idea.
All right. Salah makers, 79%. 1 tackle, 4 recovered.
I'm Paul for a winger.
That's it? 19 passes? That's all. That's it? In 1 hour, all you did was 19 passes?
And he had like a lot of missed passes in the second half, especially in like the 50th minute.
4. Because
And
Yeah.
I think Liverpool's second goal shouldn't have been like a goal. Like that
Why
was
not?
atrocious defending. Like Ben said, I don't know what you're doing, bro. This is a Milan team that didn't concede like one. They only conceded 1 goal in like 7 games. So the fact that we go into a Liverpool game and we concede a kind of crappy goal, that was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, once again, the midfield wasn't there. I mean, he was just there were like too many Liverpool player. Like we were using zonal instead of like the midfield was pretty much empty. So-
Simon, how long have you been a subscriber of Rosanari TV?
Recently,
Like how recently?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Like months, days, hours, minutes, seconds.
Probably a month.
Okay.
But I usually I just listen.
Wow.
wait, who is this guy? 94%.
Who do you think?
Benacer? No way, bro.
Now he
There
played. He
is-
played 9 minutes.
There
90
is
minutes.
0 chance a player from our team
It's Teo.
has 51 balls. 0.
I think it's Teo. Teo.
To have 51 passes means you control the game. man.
I think
This is-
Tomori.
This is
Nah,
from
it's
Liverpool 100%.
It's just balls cover.
Red John is
51
smart. Red John is
51
smart.
passes. There's
Wow.
It's
exactly,
Fabinho.
yeah, Fabinho.
Wow.
Yeah, 51 passes is
Yeah.
too much. Yeah.
So we basically got Lazio today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And he ran just as much as Casito.
Yeah, we didn't get Lazio as hard as we Lazio. Like we Lazio like worse than Liverpool Lazio us.
Yes.
And Roy, well, why do you seem quiet today?
What?
Why do you seem quiet today?
Why do I seem what? What?
Quiet.
Quiet today.
Why do I seem quiet?
Yeah.
Well, I'm in a hotel, so I can't make too much noise. So that's why I didn't scream and shout like I usually
Who cares? Yeah, you're a rock star. Yeah, rock star. I expect more from you, Roy.
No, I don't want to create too much of a hassle.
Okay.
This is Brahim Diaz.
Yeah, he fought a lot. I like his performance. He put a lot of effort.
Leao, I couldn't believe he was tied in the second half. Like straight after this, straight after the second whistle for the second half to start happened. This guy couldn't even make a run. This guy couldn't run. Like his stamina is awful.
Yeah, I agree. But the good thing is that he does a lot better though in the final third compared to last season. He's so much better this season.
Yeah.
But energy wise, he's low on energy.
Theo Hernandez had a much better game in Calabria, according to his stats.
5 balls recovered, 4 clearances, 84% pass accuracy.
Yeah, actually,
Decent.
in the early game when Leao was playing on the left, Rebic in the center, Theo didn't get that much help from Leao. When Rebic switched to the left, that's when Rebic helped him a lot with Salah.
Exactly, man. And I remember I was just saying it out loud that thank God that Rebic is there, because he can help Theo now. And then they had the fucking corner and they scored.
Look, there was one point when Theo was completely gassed and Rebic was playing as a left back.
Exactly, yeah.
He was
Like-
near the end. Like Theo was like walking, like because he was
Rebic-
completely gassed.
Rebic is a tank, man. Like I love
Yeah,
the player.
I
even
love
though
him.
He's not
He's tank.
super quality kind of player. Get it? But he will run for days.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, exactly. And he runs fast. He's a beast,
Exactly.
and he's a big game player too. My God,
Exactly.
he scores in
He
Liverpool,
scores-
like
He has
Lazio.
scored against every big team man, we have come across.
Yeah, and
Inter, Roma, Lazio,
Juventus.
Juventus, Liverpool.
No. Rabbit scored against Inter.
Guys, look at Leao. 15 passes the whole game in 1 hour. 60%. 2 long passes, 6 medium passes, 1 short. 1 assist. He gets. I gotta say that play he did, that offensive play
Perfect.
we did, was poetry.
Brilliant.
Poetry in motion.
Both of them.
Yeah. The 2 goals that we scored are from him.
And Leao's timing there was insanely accurate.
Yeah.
And
I just don't understand why.
Also, the velocity of the pass,
Yeah,
because it was perfect for Rebic to find the right position and then shoot. If
correct.
it was a little bit faster, the ball, I
Yeah.
think Rebic wouldn't have scored that.
Right. No, yeah, the way he calibrated was absolutely perfect.
and I don't get how we spent 2.5 mil in the final day for supposedly Hakan replacement or a right winger, and he can't play in this kind of games. We have to wait till we have to wait till Venezia to try him. Oh my days, bro.
Who are you talking about, Messias?
Yeah, and he's an underwhelming signing. Like again, I'm not even being negative. I just think these are facts. We had a terrible transfer window. We needed a young striker. I was optimistic when we signed Pellegrini. Then he comes in and he has injuries already. He hasn't even kicked the ball and he has injuries. We
No,
needed.
Pellegrini is not injured.
He is. Yeah, he was injured for the first few games, so he couldn't play. Now that he's fit, he can't even play. And I don't think he's going to get minutes against Juventus. We needed a right winger. We got Messias, someone that has only played 1 season in Serie A and doesn't have experience. So him being old doesn't make any sense. We needed a Hakan replacement. We got Yashin Adli, but he's on loan right now, and Yashin Adli isn't a finished product yet. So
But
overall, we had a great window in terms of strengthening our defense and midfield, but our attacking department is awful. And I can't believe Lar thinks Salesmakers is going to become better than Chiesa.
What? Who said
Yeah,
that?
Lart.
No, he never said that.
Oh no, yes, and he has been saying it on Twitter too. Also,
Salamaker's better than Chiesa?
yeah, I was about to
Oh my
block him for it. He said he's going to
Lars,
become
are you
better
listening? Are you here? Is
than
that true?
Chiesa.
Lars, that is blasphemy.
Any OG fan that was here would say he said it.
All right, guys, listen, let's go for 7 more minutes, and then I'm going to close the live because I have to get some stuff done here. So let's go to our final arguments or thoughts. Mustafa says we were beaten tactically not because we have better players. This shows that we'll need better coach if we want the 8th CL. I wish we can hire Klopp one day. So let's reverse the roles. If Klopp was coaching AC Milan today and Pioli was a Liverpool with the same players, do you guys think it would have been a different story?
No,
no.
I just think the Liverpool fans made a difference. Like we couldn't defend the pass today. if that was in like a playground, if Liverpool and Milan were playing a playground and there was no fans, Milan wouldn't concede those kind of crap goals. Like
I
the first
agree.
goal,
I agree. If there were no
the
fans
first,
on the pitch, this game would have been a completely different story.
the first goal was crap. The second goal was even crappier. The third goal was a wonderful goal, but it was easily avoidable. So
Yes.
if this was
Florenzi,
in the
where was
playground,
Florenzi in the third goal?
Fan Sununwanwato, whatever your name is, but I'm closing soon. So if you want to say something, come up, say your piece. But I have to close the live in a few minutes.
yo
Go ahead.
guys,
Go ahead.
I just wanted to know your thoughts on Atletico Madrid, cause I'm watching them in the final minutes, and they brought on Griezmann as a sub, and he could have won them the game. So I'm scared to face them.
Never, ever, ever
Scared.
say that word.
Exactly.
Yeah. My bad,
I'm allergic to that word. Don't ever say that word.
my bad.
Thank
I
you.
am I am optimistic to play against Atletico.
No, you can say you know there's
You
some
respect them.
right.
Rispetto a tutti, paura nessuno. No?
There you go. Marcello Lippi.
I think they have a better team than Liverpool. So if we can beat Liverpool, then we can beat Atletico. But I'm sure if the San Siro cover can do it.
We'll show them what's up at San Siro. Juventus, guys. Let's finish on Juventus. Let's do that.
No, we can finish
Predictions.
on Inter. We can finish on Inter and talk about
No.
Juventus at the forum.
No,
But
no,
what Inter? Why Inter?
They could have won that game 5-0, but Jacko and Lataro became bums.
Did you see the game?
Yeah, I was watching the game too.
how?
Like Inter totally dominated Real Madrid in the first half. In the second half, Real Madrid picked themselves up again, but Inter was still like going for the goal, going for the goal. Then they considered a crappy goal in the final minute again against Madrid. Rodrigo, he was the same guy that scored the final minute winner against them last season.
Uh, to be honest, who cares? I rather talk about Juventus, the game that we have next. I don't
I
give a shit
get
about
cause
Inter,
like
to be honest.
cause like Serie A, like it's two big teams losing the same day is
That's
terrible
terrible.
for Serie
It
A.
is. It really is terrible. But I'm actually kind of happy to hear that Inter dominated Real Madrid. Sorry, that is kind of good. But Inter, even when they dominate, they can't win in this competition, man. This team, dude. Let's look at the stats. Let's see if Lucas is lying, if he's saying the truth or not. Oh, yes. No, he's telling the truth. Total attempts,
Exactly.
18, 7
Um,
on target. Lucas is telling the truth, guys. Look at that.
wow. Mans deleted his comment on the. Oh, okay, he didn't delete his comment. He says Lucas has bad takes. Wow. You better delete that before more people come and see that.
But Lucas is actually correct here. It looks like Inter did statistically dominate. Well, possession-wise, not so much. It's pretty even. Passings, Real Madrid a little bit more. Passes
Yeah.
completed, Real Madrid much more.
And distance covered though.
It looks like Inter had more opportunities to score. Let's look at this painful stat here before we go to Juve and then finish the live. Let's look at the stats from AC Milan.
That's gonna be something ridiculous, like them 15 corners and we like 2.
How many corners did Liverpool have today?
I think at some point it was 10-0.
At the
Yeah,
end of
something
it.
like that.
Woo! Mamma mia, ragazzi.
Appallonate.
Mamma mia, guys.
Final,
Three
Yeah, I
attempts
think
on goals.
I think we should have just taken the 2-1 win. I think at halftime we should have packed the bus.
yeah.
Yeah, I
That's what
agree.
Laird was saying.
Actually,
Yeah.
put in Tonali. Put in
Yeah,
Tonali in
yeah, he
halftime.
should have put into Nani earlier. That was the same mistake that Fonseca did last season against United, and he got destroyed 6-2.
Yeah, I mean, clearly the first half we were. The good thing is that we were leading, and the first half it was very clear the midfield
It
was
actually
not
fits
there.
into
It's
two.
just like it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's clear that Serie A teams don't have 90 minutes in their tank.
I don't understand this one here. How is it possible we had more offsides than Liverpool?
Because
Like,
we played long balls and our players on top are so lazy that they don't even time the running.
honestly, this stat kind of pisses me off. Like, it just pisses me off a little bit.
Also, think about it. I can think twice of Leao giving the ball to Teo, which was 2 meters away from him, offside. Boom, passing the ball. Leao at the corner at the goal that we scored. No, Teo at the corner that we scored the goal that then got uh, cancelled because it was offside from the beginning. Like these are some weird shit, man, that we do. I don't know.
I'm sorry, it's my background
Yeah.
noise.
Wow, guys, look at this. 572 to 368. This is literally the stats that you see when Milan plays against Benevento, you know? Well,
Yeah,
these are the kind of stats.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like last season, when we played, we had difficulty playing with 3-5-2. We were like our midfield was not handling. But the thing is, it was just kind of surprising to me that Pioli didn't do anything really in midfield. He just replaced Benacer with Tonali instead of pulling Tonali, instead of
Nah,
adding more muscle in midfield.
I don't really blame purely. I just think it's the players' fault. Like Benasankes, he didn't know how to pass.
Yeah, but the thing is, they were under pressure. They were kind of nervous. But the
Exactly.
thing is, at the same time, you have to kind of put more people, more body in midfield because Liverpool had three.
At that point, yeah, I think Tonali should have. I don't know what the situation was with Tonali, whether he
He
was
had he
even.
had a, digestive problem,
Hmm.
intestinal problem.
This stat is pretty decent. 2 goals in 3 attempts. All right, guys, let's finish on Juventus and then I have to close. What
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
got?
Yes.
I want to speak about that trash cup. Like their fan base is so annoying.
Who?
Like they have pissed me off to the limit. I went to Twitter and they were talking so much crap. They were like,
Who are
"Oh,
you talking about?
Juve, the only club the only Italian team that won in the Champions League this week."
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, you played against Malmo. Like, oh my god, those guys are so.
Yeah, but Lucas, Milan fans would be doing the same thing. Come on.
Nah, if Milan won against Malmo and Juve lost against Juventus, I wouldn't be doing that. And if anyone in this chat did that, I would call them out. But I'm sure Anwar will be the only one that will able to do that.
Anwar doesn't come to the Rossoneri TV anymore because of you, Lucas. You chased him
Nah,
away.
I don't think it's because of me.
You trolled him too hard.
I didn't try them.
Um, yeah, the stats show what we saw, guys. The stats show what we saw. But as I can see, we're not up to it. All right, a few minutes on Juventus. Red John, what do you think? What do you think we're going to see against you?
Um, now it's a bit tricky, I think, because we ran a lot today because we had ground to cover. So I hope the guys will recover fast and they are not tired because we are also at this disadvantage because we played one day after Juventus, so they have one more day on us. And also it's the fact that Juventus is typically the team that gets the points that they need to get, and they are in need of points right now.
Yeah,
So
true.
so it's not to be underestimated. That said, we got battered today and we scored 2 goals. Okay, the
Yeah.
level between Juventus and Liverpool, in my opinion, it's vast. So we are actually gonna see the difference in in pressing, the difference in uh, fast running, or the difference in not having to think, not having to think quickly. So Juventus will give us the space. So therefore, I think we will win, even though
Be-
Juventus needs to win, etc., etc.
Before you go on, I definitely agree with one of the things you said, with something you said there, that Juventus really needs to win. Uh, I think that Milan is not going to have the same issues against Juve as far as the stadium and all that crap, because Juventus and Milan have played each other so many times. At this point, it's just like playing against your cousin or something. Uh, but I don't think that there's much difference between Juventus and Liverpool. That's where I disagree.
I think there are
Nah,
huge,
right,
huge
right,
differences.
right,
Huge differences.
right. If you watch the Malmo game, the only reason they won that game is because they had better players. They didn't play as a team at all.
I did watch the Malmo game. I watched the whole thing, and
Yeah,
Juventus
and
played good football.
and and their goals came from individual brilliance and a penalty.
But that's Allegri. Allegri though. Allegri is always like that.
Yeah, and and
He
and,
plays
and that's
shitty
why
games.
that's why I think they suck. If they come up, if
Guys,
they come up, listen. If they come up against a team like Napoli again, they'll get destroyed. Because Napoli have like quality players. So Juve won't just depend on their players to just score goals and all that.
well, guys, listen. I think that Juve is an excellent team.
Wow.
They have the coach that I hate the most in the world, so I'm not going to underestimate them. In their house, it's very difficult to beat them. I do think that when Milan beats Juventus, it's usually when we have our best seasons. So I'm hoping that they beat Juventus. I really do. And I think we can. I think this season we have a team to beat Juve. Guys, I think that we have a team to go deep into the Champions League. So I'm not saying that we need to be worried about Juve or whatever, blah blah blah.
I
We got two
think
midfielders injured already.
But yeah, yeah, it's going to be a difficult match. We can win it. We can win it. We can tie it. I don't know
Yeah,
if the Juve can win this game. Maybe
it's gonna be a tough game.
it's
But
going to be a tough game.
I heard
No,
last time that Juventus is gonna play like 3-5-2. So they're gonna load up the midfield. So I don't know. No matter how good our midfield is, but it's like 2 against 5.
And
So
I think,
I know their midfield is weak, but
yeah.
wait.
they just have bodies.
Well, it's not that weak. It's not that weak.
Are you are,
I
are,
just
are
think
you are you
I
sure
just
that they're gonna play with five midfielders, 3-5-2?
That's what I read
no,
last
no.
time.
I've
They'll,
heard
they'll,
I've
they'll
heard a
play
lady talk about that. Yeah, I've seen a lady
Yes.
talk.
they'll possibly play a 4-4-2 with Kiesa as the right winger, and they'll try and exploit Theo's
Yeah.
defensive liabilities again.
Oh,
And
copy and paste for
and
pillow.
yeah, and
Exactly.
moving to other topics, I think this season's Champions League is just an audition for next 2 seasons or next season's Champions League, depending on how much Elliot wants to spend.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
Because if
like this doesn't
if
matter at all.
if,
This like
if
I am thankful that we got two contenders for the Champions League to see where we are.
Hey
true,
guys, I
true.
gotta get a call. Just 1 second. Keep on going. Keep on.
And also I think like it's I don't really expect much, but I hope for the best for the group. But I
Yeah, I hope
somehow
the best.
hope I somehow hope that we can go for the Scudetto in the Serie A, because I think we got a good enough team and deep enough to make a run for the Scudetto. But
So
it's
what
gonna
do you
be
think? So
Mhm.
so how do you think Milan is going to be in next season's Champions League?
uh, shit, same as this year, because I don't think Elliot is gonna invest. Elliot will not invest as long as they are here. If their plan is replacing Kessie with Adli, then then I
So how many positions do you think Milan need to strengthen to compete for the Champions League?
A large part of the attacking
No, no, no,
department.
no, 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 no. Just the
Mhm.
starting 11. Like you saw the starting 11.
Yeah,
Like pick your best possible starting 11 in Milan, and think about positions that you
yeah,
would sign players to improve
yeah.
the team.
So
That's very difficult. You know what?
the
I just want to say one thing about that
Mhm.
very quickly. That is very difficult because the thing is, every year we have a leakage in the system. That leakage is leaving player living for free.
No, no,
The
no, no, no,
players
no,
they're supposed to be
no, no, no,
there,
no.
but the thing is they live
Let's
for free.
no, no, no. Let's not think ahead. I don't want you to think ahead. I'm just talking
I
about
know, but
like
the thing is, like
right
last
now.
year, you would have thought that Hakan would have just that Chalanoglu would have just renew, right? If he renew, then we would have just concentrate on the right winger, but instead he left. So
So
that's just then we have to worry about getting somebody to refill his position.
and then in
Yeah,
So
the end,
every
yeah,
year,
yeah,
if we have
and
that kind of position, if we have that kind of situation every year, then it's gonna be a problem. You know?
yeah. I understand that, but like, my question didn't include that.
yeah,
Like if you want me to rephrase my question, I'll do it.
Probably assume that
I
everyone
said,
renews.
I
Assume
said,
that
yeah,
everybody
yeah,
says yeah.
yeah, yeah. Considering everyone renews and everything is the same, which positions will you like buy players to improve the team and make it a Champions League winning team? Just the starting 11, not like the whole
yes,
squad.
yes. So the whole defensive, like the whole defensive side, I'm okay with Calabria, Teo, Tomori, and Kier, with Maignan in goal and Romagnoli as the first sub, right? Kessi Benacer, Bakayoko somehow, some way, whatever, and Tonali I'm okay with. Then here, Leao Rebic on the left wing, I'm okay with. On the cam position, I think we need a starter. I don't think Diaz is ready yet. And I've said this before, and I hope that I'm wrong in the end. But so far, I think Diaz is doing well. But we need something even better. Like we need to give Diaz some competition. Man. Put it simple. We need to get someone better than Diaz, so Diaz earns his spot. He's not just given his spot by existing.
So
First of all,
Maldini isn't better than Diaz.
Maldini is not a football player on Milan's level. So, first of all, then we need the right winger, a starter right winger that scores goals.
So
So,
Messias isn't someone like that.
well, I don't know what Messias is, man. Like, I don't know. We will see if Messias is good or not. Like so far,
Okay,
Messias is not match fit, and
okay.
if he's not match fit, I cannot count him as something or as someone who's good enough. So I think we need someone in that position that is good enough to score goals, to make plays, to give the ball that Salah got on the second goal that they scored. Like I need someone to do that. We don't have someone who does that, and I need a striker, not Giroud, not Ibra, who's probably gonna retire next season unless I don't know, and not Pellegrini. I need someone who's not injured. I need someone that we buy and we play on the first match. Like just think, and also Florenzi is an football player. Like Florenzi is just someone that exists on the
Relax,
field.
relax, relax. Give it time, man. Relax.
Florenzi,
You were
Florenzi,
insulting Roy's boyfriend, one of Roy's boyfriends.
Florenzi
Relax, man.
is the second
Listen,
game.
you are going to
Hey,
be. Why do you say those things?
it's
You know you're going to be eating your words in a few months.
it's the second game that I see of Florenzi, the worst player on
Exactly,
the pitch,
exactly. The second game.
the
That
the,
exactly.
the
Yeah, yeah,
worst
yeah.
player on the field.
I agree with you. For Florenzi is terrible. He was terrible against Lazio, and now he's terrible against Juve.
Guys, don't why are you saying these things? Because in a few weeks from now, you're going to be praising him, and
Why?
like, why do you put yourselves in these kind of positions? You know,
Will
everything you say is being
oh God,
recorded.
Gallo.
Yeah, yeah, and Florenzi is not going to make any impact.
Oh
Roy
my!
Florenzi is a Roma reject, man. Come on now. So
Yeah,
it's a Roma
I
reject.
cannot,
like
guys. Listen. Hey, hey,
Roma
hey.
have carved
Come
up
on.
and
I'll remember this.
Yeah.
2 hours and 14 minutes. You guys are saying all this crap. But then in a few weeks, when Florenzi is going to get an assist, he's going to get a goal, have a super game, I'm going to clip this freaking thing, and then I want
Okay.
you guys to apologize to him
Okay.
and do a public Twitter
Make
message
sure
apology.
make sure when you do that to also include this part here now that I'm
Go ahead.
about to say.
Do it.
2 games for Milan so far. The worst player.
Mamma mia! 2 games.
Wait, wait,
These are
wait,
the
wait,
first.
wait,
These
wait,
are
wait.
the first 2 games he plays with Milan.
Wait,
But
Rajan, if Florenzi picks up his form and becomes one of our best players, you have to write a whole essay, a whole apology to Florenzi.
No, to me, to
Florenzi,
me.
Florenzi is gonna warm the bench for
Yeah,
Salamakers
yeah,
because
yes or
Salamakers
no?
is 3
Yes
times
or
the player
no?
that Florenzi is, and
Yes
I
or
say
no?
that Salamakers is not good enough.
You
Ye-
can't say that. You can't
Yes
say
or no? Yes or no? Are you going to write a
Sure.
whole apology letter?
I'm not gonna write an apology letter, bro.
Come on, bro.
Okay, I will. I will.
Okay, nice.
All right. Well, listen, having said that, we can close the live. I appreciate everybody's participation, all your guys' thoughts. So today went the way it went, but it's okay. We live to fight another day.
No, man.
Wait,
Oh,
but
actually,
wait, before
actually,
you close,
before we go, let's talk about this.
no. Before we talk about that, I just want to know if Ari knows who I am.
Who?
I just want to know if Ari knows who I am.
Sorry.
Ari.
Ari is the main guy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Why would he? Why would he have? Why would he care? Like what? Do you,
No, no, no. I just want to know if he knows who I am. That's all.
why?
I don't know why. I just asking. No, no, no. Actually, I'm a huge fanboy.
What? You're what?
I'm a huge fanboy.
Do you want him to sign your underwear or something?
No, no. I'm okay with that. I just want to know if he knows me.
Well, he knows you on the chat. Yeah, of course.
Okay, sick. I'll tell my parents.
Nice, good.
Nice.
Guys, before we close, not so much menu because we spoke about menu the other day, yesterday, but PSG against Club Bruges. PSG, $1 billion team. The strikers, all 3 of those strikers are getting paid almost 100 million
Shit.
in wages.
As
That's
much
not a
as our
soccer team,
whole
man.
team.
That's a
As
soccer
much as
team.
our whole team.
I feel
that's-
sorry for the Arab family. They are losing so much money. Like
That's
both
like
PSG and Man City, they're losing all this money and they're not winning the Champions League.
that's
I feel bad.
PSG is playground for millionaires. That's not a football club, really.
Yeah, it's basically a team where good players or average players can just go there and get maximum wages.
Yeah, like it's like Ronaldo. Remember Ronaldo was a coach. He played like 4-2 Fantasia. That's pretty much how he put together PSG. He attract all the attackers. There's nobody defense.
Yeah.
No. They have a good defense. It's
Yeah,
just that their midfield is. Uh, I'm not sure about the midfield, but they still have a good team. I think it's just the managers. They never play like a team,
I
and
think
and it's mainly because of Neymar. Neymar is the virus of that team. Neymar acts like the leader of the locker room and all that. Even when Tuchel was there, he was acting as if he was the boss or like he was the main
Yeah.
guy and all that shit.
I I doubt I doubt he
And
had
as soon as
second leader
Tuchel
of locker
and
room
as soon as
influences there.
Tuchel, yeah, please let me finish. And as soon as Tuchel went to Chelsea, he didn't have a player like Neymar, and that's why he won the Champions League. Like look at Mbappe. Mbappe is the only one carrying PSG. Last season, it was either Neymar was injured or he just didn't care about playing. Like since he went to Liga, he just doesn't give a crap about
It's
playing. He
listen.
barely
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
no, no,
Listen,
no,
I
no,
don't
listen.
no.
agree with that. I don't agree
Rajan,
with that.
Rajan, let me finish, please. He barely plays in the league. Like that kid from Barcelona, the guy that played a lot of games last season, the 16-year-old,
Pedri,
and
Pedri.
yeah,
I know.
Pedri.
We know
He
what you're
played
gonna
more
say.
games. He played more games this season than Neymar
Then
has played in Ligue 1.
yes, yes.
And PSG expect Neymar to come into Champions League games and dominate when he barely has any match fitness.
But
I don't know about
he has
this.
missed all these games because of injury, not because of him not wanting to play. But anyways, I think the
Yeah,
reason why
yes, and some of those are fake injuries. Come on.
I don't know about that, but the thing is here, uh, I think players of a team that is small, because PSG is a small team historically, know that they are there only because of money. Therefore, they feel like they are more important than the club. I remember when Ibra was there, and Ibra is a super professional guy, he will say shit about France all the time. Shit country, this, that, get it? Like this is what playing for a rich but small club means to the players. But let's see. I still think PSG and City are gonna qualify easily for the top two. It's gonna be easy.
It is
Um,
pretty strange that the teams with the best strikers in the world in this round of the Champions League did not get a win. So
yeah,
maybe we shouldn't be complaining so much about AC Milan today.
no, mainly because they have shit coaches. Like for example, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. This guy got sacked by Huddersfield. Like Huddersfield 7 years ago said Ole Gunnar Solskjaer isn't good enough for Huddersfield, and he went to Norway. He won the league with some team called Models or some crap. I forgot the name of the team. And then he comes to United. The only reason he comes to United is because he's a legend, and the only reason he gets a free pass is because there's no Mourinho. Simple as that.
Legend. What kind of legends are these guys, man?
Like the guy. As soon as he took off Ronaldo, I knew this
Solskjaer
guy
doesn't
was a
listen.
butler. As soon
Solskjaer
as
is Solskjaer is a player that scored that famous goal against Bayern, right?
No,
Yes.
yeah. And I think against Juventus. I don't know. Yeah. It was Cardiff, not Huddersfield. And the fact that he took off Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes for Lingard. Oh my days! As soon as I saw that, I knew United was going to lose the game. I knew Young Boys would make a comeback. And and I think if that was Man City that got a red card, I still think they would have dominated the game. And Man City would have probably dominated the game against Leipzig if Man City had only 10 guys. That's how good Pep is.
Um, yeah. Listen, going back to the PSG thing, I think Pochettino is not easy for him to manage all those superstars and
Yeah,
make them all happy.
he's overrated.
I think Zinedine Zidane is waiting for his time.
I, I I think no matter
I
who
hope
who
Zidane.
the coach is, they'll never win because the winning mentality is not there.
I hope Zidane doesn't go to that club. I hope Zidane doesn't go to that club.
Why? Why?
For his sake, I just hope he doesn't go to that club.
For his sake.
For his legacy as well.
You're funny, man.
Like going to that club is basically um doing voodoo.
Look. Think about it this way: if you have three players on a team that will not do any press in modern day, how are you gonna be able to win?
That is a problem.
Sure.
Neymar, Mbappe, Messi, none of these players will press.
They don't track back. They don't press.
They don't
How
do
are
the
you going
work.
to win?
True, it's true.
Mbappe is the only one that really gives me like serious vibes.
Mbappe,
Neymar
Mbappe is a great
Neymar
player.
is just Neymar is like a Balotelli. He just doesn't get
I don't
like
know about this. I don't know about this. If I agree
Roy,
with you,
Roy,
Neymar.
Roy, Roy. You need to watch Neymar more.
I
You need to
watched
watch
Neymar a
Neymar
lot.
more.
I
No,
know
no,
that.
no, no. I'm hundred percent
Lucas,
sure.
would you not like
I
to
am
have Neymar at AC Milan?
I am 100% sure you don't watch him nowadays. I would
No,
not have this
I
guy.
watch him. He's a
Dude,
great player. He's a
last
I
fantastic.
would
season,
not. I would not
last
have this
season,
guy.
listen. Last season,
I,
Neymar was the best player for
I
PSG.
would not. I wouldn't. I would not have this guy.
Not not
I
Mbappe.
mean,
He's top three in the world,
No,
Lucas.
not
The
now
problem is
Mbappe,
that
but Neymar.
if
Neymar.
we have Neymar and Zlatan on the team, then we have a problem with the balance.
we
No,
already
no, no.
have
But listen,
Leao,
listen, guys.
and
Again, no,
Leao
no,
and
no.
Neymar are basically the same player.
Listen,
It's just that
Neymar.
Neymar. Yeah, it's just that
Listen,
Neymar is more skillful, simple.
listen. No, it's not that simple. In my opinion, first of all, Neymar was the best player for PSG. Period. Last season.
No,
Like,
it wasn't Mbappe.
no,
No,
no.
no,
Dude,
no,
like,
no,
stop
no,
talking
no,
about.
no, no,
Stop
no,
talking about shit you don't
no.
know. Dude.
No, no, I know, but Mbappe carried
Listen,
that team.
Mbappe. No, no, no.
Mbappe carried that team to second place, and Mbappe carried that team against Barcelona. Neymar didn't even
Listen.
kick
No,
a ball against
you
Barcelona.
are
He
no.
was injured against Barcelona.
Listen.
If Mbappe didn't play against Barcelona, Mbappe, I mean Barca
Okay,
probably
are you
beat
finished? Are you
PSG.
done? Are you finished?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Neymar was the best player for PSG, and Mbappe had a pretty shit season last season. And
Wow, wow.
not just that, but PSG fans were shitting on him all day long on Reddit.
Uh,
You could not enter on Reddit because it was some PSG guys shitting on Mbappe. Okay, first of all. Second of all, I think PSG has a really good team, and the fact that they had a draw versus Bruges can happen, will happen, and they will still finish second in the group because I still think City are a better team with a much better coach.
Oli answers my question and your question. Neymar played less than 20 games last season.
Yes.
I think this ends the debate. I
No.
think this ends the
I
debate.
have to
Okay.
give
Okay.
this to Lucas. I have to
Yeah,
give this to Lucas.
yeah.
And
Mbappe literally carried it.
now I don't know about
That team
Mbappe. I don't
against.
know about Mbappe, but I'm looking at the stat. I'm going to share them on the screen. I'm going to show you
Mhm.
what I'm seeing.
Mbappe carried that team against Barca.
No.
Neymar couldn't do it against Man City. I
It
know that Man City is better than Barcelona, but and
Yeah.
Neymar would have never done what
it
Mbappe did last
looks
season.
like Neymar has been on a steady decline, consistent decline, according to the stats I'm seeing here.
Yes.
But I don't know what Mbappe looked like last year.
Mhm.
So
He just doesn't give an F anymore.
so
That's it.
Neymar started look at his stats from 17-18, 20 matches, 19 goals, 13 assists. That's crazy.
Mhm.
Then 17 matches. His goals kept on being less and less,
Yeah.
and his assists kept on being less and less.
Yes. Because less and less he's playing as a playmaker and less as a winger.
Nah,
Even right now, even though he plays on the wing, he plays as a playmaker on the field.
nah, bro.
Maybe, maybe,
He's
maybe,
playing
maybe
less
Red John
games.
is right. Red John is right about that.
Like the stats don't tell you everything. The stats tell you if he made the last pass or not, if he pushed the ball after the line or not. The how good the player is for a team. Kessie is not good for us because he scored the penalties because he has 12 goals or 11 goals.
No, no,
It's
no.
because of the work he does.
More skin was more important for PSG in the game last season than Neymar.
Come on, Lucas, not yourself.
No. In League N, listen to what I said. In League N, not in the
Anyways,
Champions League.
anyways,
Like
anyways.
Moiskin had more of an impact for PSG in League N compared to Neymar.
Antonio is Antonio. I think Antonio's here. Hey, Antonio, is that Antonio? Guys, we have Antonio. What's up, Antonio?
What's up, guys? Mbappe is definitively better than Neymar last season.
Boo!
Thank you,
Red John,
Antonio.
Red John,
No,
fight, Red John.
no, but it's pretty simple, man. Because I've had 35,000 debates on Reddit
Rajan,
about
Rajan,
about this
Rajan,
topic with PSG fans. So
Rajan.
it's either they don't watch their team or they watch their team less than Lucas and Antonio.
You're
Or
Red John. You're Red John.
Mhm.
You're Red John.
Yes,
All I have to say is that you're 0-1 right now.
okay.
I don't know. I don't know about that because maybe it is true. I think Neymar is a leader on the field,
Yeah.
and he maybe does contribute more just to the general play of the game, not necessarily in the last moments or last plays.
People,
Red John might be right about that.
No,
people,
no, bro. The man was playing
people,
FIFA Street
people,
against Man City.
people just hear the name. They know that he's young, therefore he's good. Get it? But
But so far, I'm only watching highlights, so I'm only talking about highlights. But it looks
Yeah.
like Mbappe is at the center of everything right now.
Exactly.
right now maybe, but even then it makes no sense to be in the center of anything because he's gonna leave next season. So in the center of what?
Well, of all
No,
the
no, 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 no. Listen.
Come on.
PSG could have gotten money for him this summer.
Yeah,
But the reason why they didn't let him go is because they care more about winning the Champions League than getting the money.
for
Like
sure.
PSG are breaded. They're fully breaded that they don't need money from Real Madrid to stack up the
Listen,
team.
listen to what Kangu says. Why would you trust fans that boot Mbappe?
Yeah, no, they booed him because he didn't sign the contract. They
Yeah,
booed him because he didn't sign the contract. I know
yeah.
that. I watched that on Twitter. It was during the lineup announcements, and the PSG fans weren't happy that he didn't sign the contract. Nothing else.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, at least he plays well for PSG. Kessie is not signing the contract and he's playing like shit.
But he's playing well because he's going to Madrid, man. When are we gonna be like Madrid, dude? When? When are superstars
Yeah,
gonna?
that's a nice question. Do you guys think Elliot will make this team into like a Liverpool or like a Real Madrid, or we need a new owner that can actually spend money?
No, we
A,
need
a
an
new
owner.
owner, a new owner, a new
Yeah.
owners, and I think uh, after the 90s we were never like Madrid.
Hey, can I tell you
After
guys something?
1990s, tell me.
Antonio said that we're not allowed to talk about Kessie anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. That Casey talk is getting boring. Honestly, he can leave. He can leave if he wants to.
Antonio
After
said
that
that we're not
performance,
allowed to talk about it anymore.
I'll probably just have Bubakar Kamara, or hopefully Bellingham.
I say Pogba.
Imagine if you have Bellingham.
You know what? Changing the topic a little bit. I hope in the return match we put like three midfielders because the thing is, if Pioli insists on two midfielders, I think we're gonna get overrun again. But I hope he learns. He
Maybe,
learns. So.
maybe that's the solution. Because this is something that has happened with Milan before. When they were struggling in the Champions League, Ancelotti added a midfielder, sacrificed a striker.
I
Maybe.
mean, yeah. Go ahead.
Yo,
Sorry.
yo, can we have Kangu's thoughts on the game from a Man United point of view?
Kangu yesterday said he wanted two things. He wanted us to suffer, and he wanted Liverpool to lose. So he got to see us suffer.
Suffer, yeah.
Wow. So he expected us to play Catenaccio.
No, I think he got what he wanted. In spite, because he's angry. Who is this? All right, listen, guys. I gotta close this live because I have things to do. I'm in St. Louis, by the way, right now.
For what?
I have a day off in St. Louis. Luckily, the day off fell on the Champions League day, and I got to have the day off. So now I gotta go do my laundry. Do you do your laundry, Lucas?
Yeah, I have a washing machine.
Do you know how to use it?
Yeah. Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
You didn't suffer that bad as you were fine with results. That's true. That's true. That is true. We didn't suffer that much. Like, I'm pretty happy today. I'm pretty happy that Milan is back in the Champions League.
Like this is the same Man United team that lost 3-0 or 4-0 against Liverpool like 2 years ago. So I'm happy with result.
If this was Carlos Ancelotti's Milan, maybe I wouldn't be too happy. But since this is a young AC Milan, we're still learning the ropes. I'm happy. I'm fine.
If
Wait,
this
wait,
was
wait, 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 wait,
if
wait,
this was
right, right,
Ancelotti's
right.
Milan, if this was Ancelotti's Milan, we should have won 3-0.
Right. But hold on. Ancelotti's Milan did lose 3-2 at Manchester United and then beat Manchester United back at the San
3-0.
Siro.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll see what happens with Liverpool. It could be the same.
yeah. This result ain't bad at all. Like we had better players like against Man United. I went back to rewatch that game, and Kaka literally carried us in that game.
Who?
Kaka.
Oh, Kaka literally. Yeah. Are you
So
talking about the 3-0?
no, the 3-2.
Yeah, the 3-2, yeah.
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 So I think we'll beat Liverpool 3-0 in the comeback.
Maybe. Why not? Why not? Right, Red John, why not?
For Daniel Maldini go in the final minute.
Oh, guys. Okay, I want to ask Lucas. Oh, man, we really need to close. But Lucas, so we finally got to see Maldini play today. Opinions?
His first contribution with the ball was a was a loss of the ball. I think he lost the ball in a very important position. His second contribution was a great pass. Like he switched up the play great, amazingly.
To tell, right.
Yeah. Then his last contribution I think was when he was 2v1 and he was basically just dancing.
You're missing one.
A tackle.
Which one?
He made a good tackle.
Right.
That's oh yeah. And he passed it to Sandro, I think, or Sandro got a ball afterwards.
Yeah, but come on, guys. Like, I don't see anything about Maldini to make him different from me. Like, come on.
I
Like,
mean,
we are not even putting Maldini when we are winning 7-0 versus Torino. All of a sudden, Maldini comes in versus Liverpool. You know why Maldini was in? Because we had no one else to put there.
But it's good experience for him. It is good experience.
Sure. But so is good experience if you put me. I would love that experience as well. The thing is, you have to have a bench to put someone that makes a difference, not to put someone to give him experience. You are
I think
losing
I
3
think
to 2.
Daniel
You are
Maldini
not.
will.
You,
I
you are.
think
I'm not finished. You are not losing 6-0, and you just put him in to get some minutes
I
because
think
we had no one there. We had to put Maldini, but let's not
I
make as if Maldini is some genius who's about, at least until now.
Oh my God! I hope Maldini scores a hat trick against Liverpool.
But
exactly
it does not
exactly.
change. It does not change the fact that he's not ready now.
I think Daniel
It does
Maldini
not
will
change the fact
silence you
he might win
in the
Ballon
next
d'Or.
in the next five games. Give him the next 5 games, and Daniel Maldini will silence you, 100%.
Okay.
Well, let's see. All right, guys, let's close here. Let's closing statements from everybody, because I like to do that. I like to do closing statements, but not me. Red John, you close. You go. Actually, Red John goes last. Simon, you go first.
Simon says,
Simon, are you Simon? You see, Simon is not. He's not paying attention.
Simon says, speak.
Sorry, what is it? Closing statement?
Exactly, right, exactly.
Sorry
That's what you
about
should have
that.
done. No,
Closing statement.
no. Let Roy say it. Let Roy say it before he talk.
Say what?
Oh God.
Simon says, then he'll talk.
Simon, go ahead. Tell us what your last. What your last thing is.
It was a good first game. First game. I am glad some players put a lot of effort, and unfortunately the midfield duo didn't show up. And also, hopefully the coach learned something.
True.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't learn it because the thing is, last season our midfield also kind of showed that we have difficulty playing with against 3-5-2 teams playing with 3-5-2, but apparently he didn't apply it this time.
It's because we have two midfielders versus I think Red John said it better. I said a wise thing. It's because when we play against these midfielders or five, even in a 3-3 in a 4-3-3, the midfield becomes five. It's 2 versus 5, and the numerical advantage is too much, and we don't have our wingers come down and join the midfield. So it does seem to be a problem.
Yeah, so you have to tell the winger saying that move back, don't do anything.
Yeah.
It looks like we didn't do anything. Second half, we were happy that we are up, and hopefully the result stays. We know that it's not going to happen, right? They were kind of very easily overrun the midfield. They just take Liverpool just took their feet off the gas when they score, and we know that they still have a lot of minutes, 45 minutes left for the second half. It was just unrealistic expectation that they wouldn't score with that kind of midfield that we have.
All right, so there you go, the midfield. All right, Lucas.
I just can't wait for Light's vlog to come out.
He's
Uh,
not doing it.
okay, I'm greatly disappointed, and my day has been ruined.
I don't know why he doesn't do it. I mean, he should do it. He should film the whole thing. We put it on the website, and we get some subscribers from it.
Yeah, exactly. You
Come
guys
on,
will-
Lucas. Go on Twitter and tell Laird that he did bad today.
Yeah, you guys haven't posted like an edited video in a long time,
Ari,
and that's why you guys haven't gained subscribers yet. You guys need
ask Ari about that.
you guys need to bring back the edited videos. And my last thought is that Serie A got no, I don't think Serie A got destroyed today. I think Serie A got some respect today. I
Oh,
think
that's nice. That's a good one, Kango.
I went back to like watch some reactions and all that. People said Inter did well. They were just unlucky. Then I went to watch other reactions and they said that AC Milan played well, and they 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 had Liverpool sweating their balls off. So I'm happy that Serie A has been respected again. But as for Gasperini and Atalanta, those guys can piss off. Like I really want them not to make Champions League again because those guys don't play attacking football anymore. They don't do anything anymore. I think they still have this three players in their back line that should have been replaced 2 years ago. So I hope Atalanta don't make top four again because that's a disgrace to Serie A.
There you go, guys. Lucas' take of this game is that Serie A is in shambles, and
No, I didn't say that. I said they got respected.
they got respected. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right. Red John, you finish it off.
I just want us to win versus Juventus, man.
Say what?
Win versus Juventus is the priority now, and I want 3 points from Juventus. If we get the 3 points from Juventus, I have already forgotten the Liverpool match.
You know what? You know what's a positive thing about going into this Juventus game is that Juventus winning against Malmo is a confidence booster for Juve, but it's not much of a learning exercise because they're pretty much just playing against a team that is not even half worth what they are. But for Milan, playing against a team like Liverpool, a very experienced team at Anfield, is much more of a learning experience, and maybe this could be an advantage against Juve. Maybe this could be. An advantage.
This is 100% an advantage against Atletico. I think now we have experience, and now we can beat Atletico.
Actually,
I think
no. I think the Juventus game is going to be a very good warm-up game for the game against Atletico. Because knowing Allegri is going to park the bus. I don't think Allegri is going to go guns blazing versus us, because then we eat him.
yeah.
I have a question.
Therefore,
Is the game against Atletico next week?
I
No,
think
next
so.
2 weeks.
Oh, shit. Exactly.
Yeah, that's I'm pissed that we lost today, because we have to wait 2 more weeks until we play Champions League again.
Jesus. Okay, guys, listen, thank you everybody very much. Thank you, Red John. Thank you, Lucas, and thank you, Simon. And thank you to everybody in the chat. Please like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And as always, Forza Milan. We will see you for the next lives coming up in preparation to the Juventus game. And we'll see if we'll do a watch along and post game and all that. All right, guys, thank you. Have a
See
good
you.
one. Ciao.
Ciao.
Thank you.